Welcome everybody. Good to see you all. There's a link at the bottom for Chris and Doug. Norma, good evening, DD and Chad. Barney, I am early but wanted to get on in case I doze off. I'm sure Dog and Chris will wake me up. Yeah, you won't be too sleepy too long. We'll wake you up. As long as my phone stay on. Carol, hello everyone. April, hello all. Carol, hello DD and chat says L. Doug, hello. Hello. There is the link at the bottom. Welcome in everybody. Okay. Oh, I am awake now. Thank you, dog. You welcome, Miss Barney. You very welcome. Welcome. What a day. What a day. What's up, Doug?
How's it going, Devil Dog?
What's going on, brother?
Good.
All right. Okay. Doug is in the house, everybody.
What's up, Devil Pups? And viewers and chatters and anybody new?
Absolutely. Welcome in, 2C. Welcome in. Be back. The 2-year-old calls me on the porch laughing out loud. You got it, April. No worries. Diane, hi, DD. Hello, Diane. Oleg, hi, everyone. I missed this morning. You're good. You are good. Thank you for being here. That's right, Barney. Waka. Like on the Muppets.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, hi, Oleg and Diane. Is Chris in the house yet?
Don't see him, but that doesn't mean he's not here.
Yeah, or is Chris just lurking? Waiting to see if Dee Dee's going to say something about him.
Yeah, I'm sure if I mention Dr. Pepper, he'll show up. It's like rubbing the baby bottle.
Well, he'll be here in a second.
He will.
So we're going to have that topic today on that unaliving in Minnesota.
See, it worked. It worked. I told
Dr.
you.
Pepper brought him in the house.
It works every time.
Oh, wow. That must be that. He must have like some memory thing where it reminds him and he just like gets in a trance. I got to hurry up and go. He's waiting.
That's funny.
We're waiting for you, Chris, and your Dr. Pepper.
Yes, another tragic case here. I don't know too much about it. I just read like the outline that's been given out. So
I try to find some. Hi, Melody. Welcome in. I try to find some information. I got some basic, but oh, Lord of mercy. Hang on.
Yeah, that's what I seen, basic.
Ay. Hang on a second.
Hey, Pam and Tucci and Elle and Chris and Melly and Carol and Oleg. Good to see you all.
So somehow my phone had a. I'll tell you in a second. On my phone, it was on the one where it records your voice and you just you speak into it and it types it out.
Yep.
So all the stuff we were saying was typing out about Chris.
Oh, sweet.
Oh Lord.
Perfect.
So I
you
got it on the phone.
Did you?
No. Welcome in, Pam. Welcome in. Click those likes, everybody. If you can click those likes, share the stream. Don't forget, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to Analyze Doug. Let's talk with Chris and Devil Dog 88. So today we're going to talk about what just happened here. We touched on it just a tad bit. Thank you, Pam, for always supporting the channel, Pam. Appreciate you. We're going to talk about going ahead and the idea of there was a unaliving at a home daycare in Minnesota, Hopkins, Minnesota. And it looks like it is, well, they list them as the wife was unalived, pew-pewed unalived, and the daughter was pew-pewed unalived. And then they call him the significant other or his partner or something like that. They didn't call him husband. They just said partner. So I'm not sure in today's world what we call that. But said his partner went ahead and took his own and became unalive. So 3 people just became unalive. There was 6 little kids in that home at the time. No one else got hurt, but the trauma that I'm sure if some of these kids went ahead and saw anything, maybe even just hearing it, I'm sure it wasn't like a silent unaliving. They said it was a part of a domestic, some domestic thing going on between them. So don't know if they were, having marriage problems or if there was going to be, a custody battle coming here shortly. Don't know any of that, but it just says that it was a domestic. So not really sure how to really parse that without having any details, Don't want to say anything that we just don't know. But what we do know is 3 people are unalive, a little child that had no business being alive. None of these people should be unalive. If the pewer wants to take his own life, so be it. Do what you got to do. But when you start taking other people's life, all you're doing is hurting the people that you're supposed to care about. Just saying. Just because I can't think outside that box on this one, because everything I want to say, I have to be careful what I say. I can't say the true feelings of what I think. I mean, my true gut feelings. But look, you want to take yourself out, take yourself out. No reason to take anybody else out. Just doesn't. Yeah. Life is just should not be like that. But we know it happens all the time. I mean, we just had that incident in Michigan. Remember, Michigan husband takes out his 6 kids.
Yep.
6 kids and his wife, unalives them, then takes his own life. Then before he unalives himself, he ends up setting the place on fire. Who does that? Who does that kind of stuff? It's just ridiculous. Miss Barney says, hurting children makes me beyond angry. Without a doubt, Barney. Without a doubt. Al, hi, Pam. Hi, Carolina. Hey, Ola, Tusi. Carolina, Tusi. I wonder why he did it at the daycare in front of other children. Yeah, I mean, it makes no sense. I like I said, I don't know if they had, they were going through, marriage problems, had issues, off medication. All the things I'm saying, I have no clue if any of those applied. It's just, it sounds kind of, when they say domestic, so there's a riff already, right? We know there's a riff that has built because it's a domestic. Just don't know to what that domestic is. You know what I mean? Could be verbal, could have been verbal that led up to this, could have been literally anything outside that box. So yeah, that's a good question, Tusi. Why did he do this in front of other kids? Why did he do this? Why did he do this at all? I mean, was life really that bad? I'm not sure. Chris, Chris is making dinner. I forgot.
I'm taking it that the daycare is actually the home, though, and this is a private daycare. It's not like it was a facility and it happened there. This was their private home, and that's what.
Yeah, it was a home daycare.
It was a home daycare. So it wasn't home. It was just they did it at the time that the kids were present.
I think it was. I think what they're saying is like, how somebody opens up, they make their home and they make a certain room into a daycare. and then
Yes.
people just come in, but they live there. But it's just they have a separate little spot in the house for kids to come in. I think that's what it is. It's their home, but it's a home daycare.
Exactly.
You know, I don't know if I explained that right, but yeah, that's what I meant. So I'm trying to go ahead and bring up right now at this moment, trying to bring up another video here from that incident.
And also from when I read Dog, there was actually a seventh kid that was getting dropped off.
Oh
by the
yeah,
parents,
there was.
and
Yes,
they
you're right.
witnessed it,
Yes, you're right. I
or
forgot
witnessed
that.
part of it.
Yeah, I totally forgot that you got that right, my friend. I do remember them talking about that before we got off. So let's just hear a little bit of what's going on. We heard a little bit of the chief talking about what was happening, and but I want to see if there's anybody else here. Let me see. There's one there. Let's see. I think we saw this guy already. And what's interesting is on some of these they say it was a unaliving with a knife.
Yeah, I seen
And
that.
then on the others it says it's a pew-pewing. It's like what the hell?
It probably could have been both.
I mean, could have been, yeah, but I mean, really? How crazy can that be?
That's very strange circumstances in and
Let's
of
see what
itself.
let's see what this one tells us. I'm going to go in there right now, so I'm going to bring this up. Bring this up. Okay, I'm going to rewind that here in a second. Hello, Rhythm and Clues. Welcome in.
That from one of our reporters, Corn Hoggard, that the Hopkins police chief will be giving an update. We don't know when that will happen, but he is told that will be happening from one end of this. We believe it'll happen out there at the scene. Mm-hmm. So we hopefully will have that shortly, so we can all have some questions answered here.
Hello, 2C, Rhythm and Clues. Welcome in. Annie, hello, Annie. Welcome in.
Get your attention when
click that like, everybody. Click that like for me.
What appears to be very young children at this.
So yeah, Doug had a good point here
because we just don't know a lot.
There was somebody else coming in to drop off one of their kids,
reporting because we want to make
and they saw everything.
Right, and wait until we hear.
That's even gosh, man, that's crazy.
So, understandably, folks at home may be wondering, well, what is going on? We're trying to gather as much as we can. We have crews there on the scene trying to get some information from police, from neighbors, and such. But just to kind of reset here, if you're just joining us, we are monitoring a very active situation in Hopkins on Tyler Avenue North. You can see it on the map there, the very active scene. What is a home daycare in Hopkins, in that residential area. Police on the scene, huge police presence. We also saw an ambulance stationed there at the scene. We haven't seen.
Welcome in, Heather. Welcome in. Good to have you.
Now, we don't know if there were,
click that like,
ones there prior to when we came here live on.
Don't forget to subscribe and like the channel and support.
Home daycare. Police did confirm to our Corn Harbor
Rhythm and Clues
right now is
Analyze Doug.
daycare, and it is a very
Let's talk with Chris and Double Dog 88
here. As an officer even answered the phone, I know one of our executive producers called the home daycare in question and said this is an active scene.
We also we have our chopper up in the air. We are trying to get those pictures for you as well to give you more of a bird's eye view of what's happening here, so you can see the larger scale.
Awesome, April. Good to have you back.
Brent Johnson, by the way, is the name of the Hopkins police chief, who we should be hearing from. We're also, we know Corn Hoggard is out on the scene, and hopefully he has new information and at least can tell us what's going on where you are. Corn, do we have Corn right now? Corn, go ahead and tell us what you know out there.
Yeah, not a whole lot, Tom. We do have 4 crews out here right now and trying to gather information. But, what I've been told here at the police blockade on Tyler Avenue by officers.
Welcome
is
in,
that
Carol.
It is happening at a daycare. One of the officers told me it's a pretty volatile situation. Another officer said that they are, at this point, trying to reunify families. He asked us to give them some privacy at this time, but he said as soon as that happens, that's when we'll start to hear from the police chief and start getting more details about exactly what it is that they're dealing with back there. But from one officer, again, a volatile scene. Another officer says it seems to have calmed down and they're just waiting to reunify families at that daycare.
Let me see if I can turn it up anymore. I don't know if I'm able to.
And so
Let me see.
we'll get more details. We'll be able to
There you go.
confirm what we've learned so far from sources that we haven't been able to back up yet. But yeah, it is a scene
There you go.
at a daycare inside of a home here in Hopkins, and something that we'll learn about. The details, will confirm those details here hopefully pretty soon.
Just a quick question, Corin, on the Hopkins police chief. You were informed that Brent Johnson, the chief of police there, would be giving a statement. Do we know when
You're
that
welcome,
will happen,
Norma.
or have an idea? Will it be happening out there at the scene as well?
Right. So Richard Bowring and Eric Gedros and I are on the north side of this scene. And then on the south side, we have two photographers and Karen Scullin. And that's where the police chief will be giving that update. That update's not going to happen, though, until they can reunite some parents with their children from that house. And so don't really know how long that might take. Presumably, from talking to the officer, they've already made contact with these families, but they really told us also that they want privacy for those families.
Now, they do
And they
own
don't
this
want the families to
daycare.
see necessarily, we can't really see the scene from here, but they don't want the families to see what's going on there.
It's owned
before
by
they
and
arrive here to
operated by
reunite their
Christian
children.
Brown.
Yeah, absolutely. Corin, Kelly, and Tom here, and I know you were just getting information, and it's
And
worth
they're
noting,
saying
we
it's
are not naming
unconfirmed
the
yet, but
daycare.
they're saying
We
the
do have
shooter
information as to
is
what daycare
Michael
it
Hunt,
is, and a
but
little
that's
bit more
not been
information. We're
confirmed
not
yet,
naming
but
it in regards to
they
that
are
too.
saying that.
We're all parents here. You do not want to hear this information through the news. You're rushing to figure out what's going on here. So just for folks at home, we are not naming it at this point. Once we learn some more information from police, I know you're going to try to work and get some more information. We do see at least one ambulance behind you. We saw that on the other angle, an ambulance on the scene, and a huge police presence for sure, no doubt. You can hear the chopper above Corin's live shot as well.
Right, and there are police from several agencies.
No
out
doubt,
here.
Barney, well said.
Police, as well as Hopkins Police. You can see the police presence behind me here. If you haven't seen from the other side, the south side of this scene, it looks much.
It looks like we're just coming from that different angle. Corin, I don't know if you can hear us, but it looks like there is a sheriff's vehicle entering the scene now, too. As Corin mentioned, a lot of different agencies on the scene, assisting not just Hopkins Police on the scene, but clearly a multi-agency situation here.
Right. And we can see it's all, there's some unmarked there as well, but obviously all authorities.
Very terrible.
And we're
Well
trying to,
said.
is that a SWAT? Can't tell if that is or not.
I'm not sure. It's hard to tell, but it is a sheriff's vehicle for sure. Van there in the back, that brown.
Say that.
Okay.
CSI is on the side of that van.
Okay.
So that's crime scene investigation. Okay. All right. That obviously we know this is a very big deal. What's happening there, sadly, at this daycare. We can put the pieces of the puzzle together from what we know so far and what we have not been able to confirm so far for you. But a rational person, a reasoning person would say this is not a good sign.
Not a
good
good
sign.
situation at all. And again, kind of just a reset as we are trying to learn some more information. And to Corin's point, the focus of the police investigation right now and the focus of a lot of these officers is to try to reunite these family members with people in the area, presumably some kids, obviously knowing that it's a home daycare situation. Obviously, you're looking at an aerial view of the situation.
Our chopper now is up in the air. We could hear the chopper overhead from when we were chatting with Corin there about what he knew on the scene. But this gives you an idea. This is a very, very much a neighborhood So this daycare in a neighborhood in Hopkins, where obviously you have families and you have, in this case, daycare mixed in among these family dwellings and these homes, and a very suburban type
Yeah.
setting.
Which is typical of a home daycare center. It's obviously in someone's home, and
Right.
looking into the people who are licensed. This is a licensed home daycare facility. Again, we're not naming it, but we have been looking at some of the state records. It is a licensed home daycare center that has. They said they can care for anywhere from 5 to 10 kids, depending on ages and depending on the timing of the year and such. Corin, I do believe we still have you on standby, and I know you're working to get just as much information as we are. Can you kind of just set the scene for us? Are we accurate in saying that this is very much a residential area, that it's just all homes where you are?
Absolutely. I'm standing in a park right here. Tyler Street is a pretty secluded area. There's, in fact, a couple of cul-de-sacs that come off of it that aren't connected. I saw an Amazon delivery driver who was trying to go in and make a delivery on Oak Park, which is one of the cul-de-sacs here just off of Tyler. I can see some of the residents out there kind of gathering and looking inside there. They would not allow us to even get that close.
There you go.
You can see that some of the residents out there are talking amongst each other and maybe talking
Howdy,
to
Chris.
the police out there as well.
Chris is in the house,
It's
everybody, just letting you
probably
know.
been kind of a loud situation, but we've talked to a few folks and they didn't hear anything. And so that kind of supports that. It wasn't a loud situation, but it is blocked off. All of Tyler is blocked off from 2nd all the way here to Lake Street. So it tees right there. And again, it's
It's a good
just
point,
a
Barney.
park and a residential area and a couple of like apartments.
I
or
wonder if there was
townhomes
any
here
signs
as well.
leading
And
up
it's,
to this.
It's fairly secluded. Not even a lot of houses, not a lot of residents out here. So, this park is quite active right now. You might have seen some kids who are, biking back and forth behind us, but they're, seemingly unaffected and unaware of what's going on, despite the large police presence here behind us.
Right, and Corin, we were able to observe with our chopper shot, the CSI has now rolled into that area outside of the daycare center. So we're just piecing all of this together without having confirmation, but we have a pretty good idea of what's happened here and what will continue to take place. But this is certainly a situation where we know it could take a while before we actually hear from the police chief Brent Johnson from the Hopkins Police Department. But certainly it's something they need to get those parents informed first, make sure that they have their concerns and hopefully their children in their arms and things answered here before we get too much in the weeds here with what's happened.
And that's what you were referencing, right, Corin? An officer said the focus right now, at least for the officer you spoke with, is to reunite these families who are, I would assume, coming to the scene, trying to figure out what's going on.
Right. They were reaching out to families and trying to make sure that they had some privacy as they come in here and reunite with their kids. I think it is important, like you said, we're not naming the facility, but I think it's important for folks to know that it is on Tyler Avenue here, because I was leaving the station not that long ago, and one of our executive producers has a daycare facility in Hopkins that his child goes to. So it's good for folks to know, at least, that this is the location, so that they'll know. Hopefully, it's not where their child is getting their child care.
Right.
Yeah, valid point. Yes, it's on Tyler Avenue North. Valid point for sure, Corin. Absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of unanswered questions here, and we know you folks are trying to gather information. Give us an idea, Corin, where you are. We know we have 4 crews out there now.
I understand that, Barney.
Here
Without a
on
doubt.
the north end, and we have Karen Scullin over on the south end. Is that correct?
Yep, that's how we have it. We got 2 photojournalists on this side, 2 photojournalists on that side. Karen's on that side. That's where the police chief is eventually going to speak, but we wanted to, have a different perspective and see everything from every angle that we possibly could. But these are really the only 2 angles from which you can see anything, because Tyler is just it's a T right here, and that 2nd Street it is nearly ended over there as well, and so it's pretty limited perspectives here. So we have both of those sides covered, and that's really all that there is to show you. And again, we probably don't want to show you too much, just in case there's some activity in there that a parent might see accidentally before the police can reach them.
Right. Corin, I know you're going to work to get some more information. We can give you a second to do just that. We appreciate it. I know you just hopped on the scene and you hopped on here to tell us what you know, and we really appreciate it, as do the folks at home. If we can, maybe we kind of just do a reset, and folks in the control room, I know we see the chopper here, but I know we have the other angle on the scene showing the police presence as well, kind of resetting where we are right now here.
Hard to hear that, Annie.
About 45 minutes after we kind of started to first hear about what was happening here
I'm not
in
sure, April.
Hopkins. This is the live look that I was talking about down the street. Large police presence here at a home daycare in Hopkins off of Tyler Avenue North. Again, we are not naming the daycare facility, the daycare that is the focus of this attention, but it is a home daycare center there in Hopkins off of Tyler Avenue. Heavy police presence. We've seen agencies from all across the area, not just Hopkins, as they're trying to figure out exactly what happened here and make sure folks are as safe as possible.
We caught wind of this a little before 10 o'clock this morning. Our reporter on the scene is saying that this may have happened even earlier than
Sorry
that,
to hear that,
by
Pam.
about an hour
Stay
or
close
so.
to maybe the hallway or
We
a
don't
closet
know.
or something.
We can't go on the air yet because we have not confirmed what we think we know, but we're still waiting for confirmation from the Hopkins Police Department. We understand the Hopkins Police Chief, Brent Johnson, will be giving an update. He'll be holding a news conference at the south end of the scene here. We're talking about this family daycare on Tyler Avenue North in Hopkins. Right now, we have blocked off area that people cannot get into that area from 2nd Street and to Lake Street. So it's a fairly good sized area. This is the street level where we have a photographer right now showing us the scene, but no one is able to get into that area, I imagine, unless you have a child from that daycare. But so there's a limited activity. We do know that there is a very large police presence there. We do know that we could see from one of our shots earlier, CSI has shown up to the scene. So you can take that at what it is, crime scene investigation. So again, we don't have confirmation, so we're not going to put the information out there until we know for sure what we think we know.
Right, and trying to be very careful. Obviously, it's a daycare, so being very careful about what we are also showing. We are trying to be respectful to the situation that is unfolding right now, real time, for families and for neighbors and for people in that area, and just people watching, kind of processing what we are seeing. We did see, at least earlier, what appeared to be at least one parent maybe reuniting with a kid. It looked as much. We quickly zoomed out because just wanted to give them that moment. But we have heard from police and reporters on the scene that that's what they're focused on right now, is reconnecting those family members with children.
And to that point, we don't know that it was a parent. It was somebody holding a child, but we did see quickly a flash of a young child. We do know that this daycare that is located on Tyler Avenue North is licensed through the state. It is licensed to have up to 10 children. We've been on the website and we have taken a look. It does look like it certainly is within a neighborhood there. It is a family daycare. So
Without a doubt, Carolina girl, without a doubt.
Yeah, and yes, again, licensing info on the state database, no violations in the last 3 review periods. So all in all, licensed, well-established home daycare there in Hopkins, in a home, in a residential area. Again, we have multiple crews on the scene trying to get more information because I know folks at home are wanting to learn more.
And Kelly, I was just told in my ear from our producer
I can
that
understand that old lady.
What if you could make a song using only your voice? Let's start with the drums.
they do appear to have a podium that they're setting up. The police department is setting up. We believe that would be over on the, look at my notes here, south side where the police chief will give us an update. So that at least it looks like the wheels are churning here to where we may get a definitive word as to what has happened at this daycare, this family daycare. But that's a sign that we should be hearing something, I would think, in short order if they're getting that all prepared and ready for the media to put the message out there. So, and as we said, this isn't the only daycare in Hopkins. And
Right.
so that's why we wanted to give you the address of the daycare, because we want to allay fears of other families who might be watching this who say, well, wait a minute, my child's at a daycare in Hopkins, but this is very specific to this street, this Tyler Avenue North,
Right.
just so you're aware.
Trying to be sensitive
That's
to
right.
that, and and to Corin's part too, we don't want anyone to be seeing their first situation
That's right.
on the news if they are familiar with this street and with this daycare.
Well said,
That's
Al.
obviously
Well
at the
said.
center of this investigation. So we are working to learn more. We understand that, yes, we will likely be hearing from Hopkins Police, but we know it's not just Hopkins Police on the scene. It looks like it is several agencies. I believe Corin said he saw Minnetonka on the scene. I would imagine there's some state investigators as well. If we know we have the sheriff's presence, the
Oh,
sheriff's
without a
office,
doubt,
there are
April.
deputies there
Without
on
a
the
doubt.
scene as we
Me
speak,
neither.
trying to figure out what happened here. They do have a large area blocked off,
do.
as we've been talking about.
Well
And
said,
if
Carol.
you read the room here, you can kind of see that yes, it's a volatile situation, as one officer told our Corin Hoggard, another detective telling one of our reporters here that this is an active police situation. It is, but you can also tell by looking at the officers that doesn't appear to be imminent threat right now. You can kind of read the room, so to speak, and see that this
Well
what has
said,
happened
Oleg.
has happened. So that for parents who, or family members or friends who may know something about this daycare, the daycare we're talking about here on Tyler Avenue North, at least this isn't. It doesn't look like it's going to be escalating at this point.
Looks like at least that it is under control.
Right.
Whatever that may be and whatever that looks like going forward. And yeah, it's hard to hear that anything is involved in a daycare. And I
Right.
think that's why we're also, again, treading lightly as to what we are reporting at this point. We want to make sure we get everything confirmed because it is sensitive and clearly a fragile situation.
That's right. And we want to make sure we're doing due diligence here on the air with our teams that are out there. We have 4 crews out there because we are part of the community too. We want to be there for you to let you know what's happening. We want to do it in a way that's respectful and certainly in a way that doesn't raise any alarm or fear. But we also want to get you the information so that we know there are neighbors probably in the area who are watching this right now saying, what in the world is happening?
Exactly. And to that point, we have seen people coming in and out.
We'll come back to that. We will come back to that. So this unaliving literally at Hopkins, the Hopkins police chief, Brent Johnson, is going to be given. He said he's describing it as a domestic incident, according to what I'm reading right now. You guys can hear me, right? Can you hear
I hear
me?
you, Devil.
Okay. So right now what we have is that he's going ahead and he's calling this a domestic incident. So something had to have happened or something was going to happen, barring, could it have been something like I said, they were having problems. There was going to be a cut in ties. I'm not sure. I don't even know what the ties they would have had because they call him the other, the partner. I'm not sure what that means. Does anybody know what that means, partner? That's
I
I will
mean,
just. I mean,
there
I
was
know
one
it,
element that it was husband, so maybe it's just verbiage.
got you. Barney says, Chris, that was not a full stop. But he's going to give a little press conference here in a minute. They were the owners of this place.
Yes. And my initial observation, I don't want to be insensitive, but
Sure.
we have 3 people that died, but that number could have been 9 or 11. There's even the possibility that the third adult that showed up with their kid maybe even had foiled the plan and possibly even
good point.
saved the lives of the other 6 kids, because we don't know the order of events. So
That's a good
them
point.
showing up may have and intervening may have actually saved lives of some of these children. So
That is true. That is true. I didn't think about that. Well said, Doug. Well said. Absolutely, without a doubt. Hello, Jody. Welcome in. Welcome in. So right now we're just covering the incident that, or I shouldn't say the incident, the unaliving that occurred at a home daycare literally in Hopkins. Is it Hopkins? I think it was in Minnesota, Hopkins, Minnesota.
Hopkins, yep.
But there's still, I tell you, I hate when they do that, when you hear that they're giving different ways of how this unaliving happened, you know. One is saying with pew-pew and one was saying with a knife. Don't get it.
It could have been both. The 2 M's could have been knife, and then the self unaliving could have been a pew-pew.
Well, that's true.
Or a
Really?
combination of all of them. It's just strange that they changed weapons.
Yeah, well, if it was that, which is a possibility, because I mean we can only go with what they're telling us, right? So, if it is that something like that, you know, this was very personal, because when you use a knife, that is one of the most personal ways you can literally do something to somebody. You know, I mean, that's up close and personal, literally.
Right. But it's hard to do to yourself, so that maybe
that may be, that's a good point. Barney said, Doug, that was not insensitive at all. Nice job using those words.
Thank you, Barney.
Tusi says, I heard using a knife. And yeah, that's what I heard on one end. And then on the other, they're saying it was a pew-pew. So I'm not sure I'm sure that sheriff, or not the sheriff, but the chief of Hopkins, when he comes out here, and we got it on there right now, but when he comes out here, we'll be able to literally know exactly what's going on.
Out of the closed off crime
safely removed from the home. It is my understanding from sources in the police department,
This might be the one we already watched.
That
because she just hasn't seen anybody.
Hang on, here you go.
care. We've been kind of holding off just until we, just out of safety and sensitivity here. It is the Brown Bear Daycare. Brown Bear Daycare. It's a home daycare. The address 236 Tyler Avenue North. So the Brown Bear Daycare, this is the home in question. This is where all the police activity has really been focused on.
Right. So we've confirmed that. And so for people who are watching right now, you probably have been able to figure out just from the address what we were talking about, which daycare we were talking about, because we know other families, you may have, we know this isn't exclusive, this daycare in Hopkins. There may be several daycares in
You're
Hopkins.
good, Jody.
So, if you were concerned or worried, now you know the name of the daycare that, and maybe your child is at a different daycare.
Right. And again, you know, we've been on for about an hour or so, and we've been trying to be careful in what we say, just because kids are involved, you know, daycare involved. I do believe we're going to go back to Corin.
Let's go back out to Corin Hoggard. He's at the north end. Tell us what you've learned there, Corin. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm Kelly. Just got off the phone with a neighbor who witnessed quite a bit. So starting to put the puzzle pieces together here. She says she saw what appeared to be a police chase. She believed it was the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office that was chasing a man in a car. That car stopped on the other side where Karen is situated. That man jumped out of the car and ran into the house. They say, the woman said that she recognized him. He lives at the house. He's a younger guy in his 20s, 30s. There's also a couple of older folks who live in there, potentially his parents, as well as a young girl, about a 7-year-old, she says, who that man walks to the school bus stop most days during the school year. And so the police chased the car, it stopped, he jumped out, ran into the house. They pursued him to the house, but did not go in. And so then there was some delay. She said she assumed that they were trying to get a warrant. We don't really know that detail, but there was some delay. And then later on, it was the sheriff, it was Hopkins police. They did go inside the house. She said she then saw the police kind of herding children out of the house, and so to safety from there. But she never saw that man come out in handcuffs or otherwise, and she didn't know if anybody else was in the house at the time because she just hasn't seen anybody except for the children who are being taken away from the house by police.
Corin, just to reiterate, this is a neighbor who witnessed all this from across the street. Give us a relation as to where this person who witnessed all this was observing.
Yeah, she said she is a neighbor from across the street. She says she's not really close to them, doesn't know them very well. They do have some, that family does have some friendly folks in the neighborhood, but she just doesn't know them very well. But she does see the house that she didn't even know was a daycare. She did see, children going there often, but she thought that it might just be, a large family or something like that. And so, yeah, she kind of was observing all this. She said a lot of other younger kids, maybe even some of those we've seen here in the neighborhood, kind of watched the end of that police chase and tried to watch the police going in. They didn't record any video as far as she knows. So, we don't have any kind of a first-hand look at what happened at that moment. But she said that they did, stop essentially at the entryway. There was some delay. And then when they went in later, only children came out.
Right.
Corin, I know obviously you just spoke with her and it's an eyewitness account. We're trying to figure out more, waiting on police. But did I hear you right that she thought the person in the car who was the subject of the pursuit, according to the witness, did live in that home and went into that home, so was arguably familiar with the area, knew they belonged in that home? Is that what you said?
So I'm just trying to put this together with a little bit we just heard. Doug, correct me if I'm wrong or don't interject here. So I'm wondering if she had called on this person, her partner, about something, and that's why they were trying to track him down. You follow me?
I follow you, yeah.
So then he goes to the spot where he knows, which is back to his home. Now he's probably telling her, this is just, I'm surmising here. I'm just trying to piece the piece here. But I'm sure it has something to do with possibly there was a phone call made to the sheriff's department. They were going to serve something, and maybe he just lost his mind and went there, and that's where he was going to do what he was going to do. You know what I mean? You guys get the lines? I think that may be something that could be what happened here, because now that we know that the sheriff was trying to locate him and trying to stop him, and he went straight to that house. Of course, they didn't go in, obviously, because they probably knew he had something with him. You got to be cautious, and yet then this all happens. Interesting.
You don't think is that protocol to stop at the door? You don't think that they should have went in, especially if there was a previous call of a DV? If he was planning on doing something to her and they just let him go back in, I don't think that.
No. Well, you got to think. here the officers are getting probably the notice that they need to stop this individual, right? Now we don't know if they're getting that this individual is on his way to A, do harm, or B, he just needs to stop because they possibly need to serve him maybe papers, okay? Because that's a lot of times what sheriff's departments do. And so maybe they're going to serve him papers, and she probably, once again, I'm just surmising here. None of this is factual, but it is very possible. I'm looking back that it is possible that they were trying to get a hold of him to serve him papers, or possibly even stop him to ascertain why, whatever they were going to ascertain, whether it was an issue he had with his partner or whatnot. At which point he hurries up and goes into the house. Now, when that door closes, you can't just run in blind, because you can't run in blind. And the officers can't just run in there in hopes that they're going to go ahead and make contact. They could because they see the site, right? They see him go in there, so they could go in there. But if one of them seen that he had a pew-pew in his hand or something, you're gonna because you don't know who's all in there, right?
Right.
You probably don't even know that there's kids in there. You probably don't even know it's really it's possible that they didn't even know it was a daycare, for that matter, a home daycare. So you're going to have to take those steps slowly, because if you go in there, then you could end up being the one unalive. So you have to take it in steps. Now, if it was me, and I didn't see nothing in his hands, and I didn't see nothing on his body that he was carrying anything, yes, I would have went straight into the house, because you see the side of a site. You're in pursuit, basically.
Yes.
That's what it is. You're in pursuit. So you're following that pursuit all the way into the home. Okay. But if I see him carrying something like a pew-pew or something, then I am going to stop at the door. And now you're going to have to do that, the cover and conceal, and try to, I'm not saying you don't go in there. I'm saying you just have to be more cautious, because now instead of having 2 people unalive, you may have 6 people unalive, It's just a cautious thing. Now, like I said, if they didn't see nothing in his hand, and they didn't see nothing that he was carrying, well, yeah, they could have just busted right in, because they're still following that pursuit on foot now instead of in a vehicle.
Right.
Okay. So that's pretty. I mean, been there, done that. But I do know that if they had any reason to believe that he was going there to unalive her or anybody, yeah, they probably would have rushed right in, using their training to try to stay out of the line of sight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what they would have done. But I'm not sure if they even knew, other than, sounds to me like this was a call that was made by her, and they were trying to either get a hold of him because he ran a red light. I don't think so, because that's the sheriff's department. They don't really monitor inside the community of the, when there's a chief, right? In town, it's all the chief. Outside of the town, it would be a sheriff. And what does sheriffs usually do? Serve papers.
Yes.
So that's their main role, to be honest. Serve papers. And I could see them literally trying to serve him with a, probably a protection order. Probably there was an ex parte put out. There was a, that there's, maybe possibly even you have to move out of the house. You just never know. And one of those things, I would assume, would be logical to think that one of those things would have happened. But once again, we really just don't know at this moment.
No. Yeah, what we do know is that they told us it was a DV. So there was obviously something before this that made it rise to that level, I think.
Yeah. And they could have, and if it's a DV, then absolutely they could have went there to literally arrest him.
Yeah.
Because you can make an arrest on a DV even if it's not in your sight, right? As long as they report it. And they could have been, we don't know, this guy could have a track record of being in trouble with that type of charge, you know, or a DV or an assault and battery or something, you know. So my guess is that, yeah, they could have gone in, but once that door closes, you do have to take caution because you don't know what's on the other side of that door.
Right.
You know, now if they're right next to him, and I mean, like a couple feet, 3-4 feet away from him, yeah, I would have just busted through that door and gone in, you know, that type of thing. But you know, it's a very scary thing. You know, DVs are one of the worst things you can handle in law enforcement because you never know, you literally never know when, you know, what the other person is going to do, you know. And I've seen it. I've been through it. You're on one, you know, you're trying to do something on one end. There you go, Chris. And then on the next end, that same person you're trying to protect is now all over you.
Yeah.
You know? So they are one of the worst cases to handle is DVs. And I'm talking when it's happening, when you're going there to the site, to the house. In this case, it was a little different because they were trying to stop and he wasn't stopping. You know, now if he left that door open, that's a different story. Then they could still see line of sight, right?
Yes.
So they should have went through. You know, it's really just once again, those are the ones where you sit back and you go, after you find out everything, you're going, well, could have done this, could have done that, but it's just so hard at the moment, very difficult.
Oh, I hope there's not a previous crime scene. Like, what were they chasing him for? There could be another crime scene.
Very well could be.
So let me chime in real quick because I just watched a press conference. Did you see the latest one?
No.
All right. So from the date, it's the wife or girlfriend and the kid. Correct.
Yeah.
Chris is breaking up really bad.
You're breaking up, but go ahead. We hear you.
Yeah, I know. I'm on my cell phone. I'm almost back to my computer, but it was the girlfriend, the wife, and the kid. The girlfriend or the wife and the kid at the daycare, right?
It's yeah, right.
Oh hell
right.
no.
Right.
Yeah. Well, this new press conference, there's another unalived body of a 78-year-old lady who is a member of that family, an extended member of that family that is now deceased.
Oh, wow. Well, you were right, Doug.
I knew it. I could feel it.
That's what Doug was saying, Chris, that there was probably another crime scene somewhere.
I mean, that still could be at that house, too.
True. But it probably no, because Chris just said he heard that it was in another location.
Oh, it is. It was just at another location, and that's where they were chasing him from, another crime scene. That's how I felt. I felt it in my bones.
That was a good call, buddy. That was a very good call.
Yep.
Let me go ahead and play this real quick. See if I can get that.
Yeah, that was the way she put it to me, was that was the
community. This is an isolated incident, and we are continuing to investigate it throughout the day and probably evening. I can provide you more information as we gather the information throughout the day.
Is this family?
All the victims appear to be a part of one family.
How many kids were inside the home when it happened?
There were 7 children within the daycare. One is deceased.
Can you give an approximate age of that child?
I honestly do not know.
Were there any other injuries besides the 3 that are deceased?
There were no other injuries to any other children inside the daycare.
Chief, is this a house that has been known to y'all, or is there any history with this couple that you know of?
At this point, I do not have that information.
Chief, what time did this happen?
This happened just after 9 this morning.
What was the person who perpetrated?
Welcome in, Victoria. Welcome in.
Do we know where they are?
We believe the perpetrator is deceased.
perpetrator, the male or the female?
We believe it's the male.
What's the relationship of the adults who are deceased to the daycare, if any, or to the home?
It's believed to be the daycare owners.
Do they live there?
We believe so, yes.
Both of them?
Yes.
Are they, what's their relationship, husband, wife?
I honestly do not know the marital status of them or if they're partners. I don't know at this point.
But the child that was killed is their child?
Believed to be their child, yes.
Can you just talk about the gravity of the situation, dealing with something like this, and then also having other people's children in the home at this time that this happened?
Well, this is a horrific, tragic situation for any community, especially here in Hopkins, where we don't see this type of crime. It's a rarity here in Hopkins. We're a very safe community, and the impact is felt not only here but elsewhere for every parent who has a child in a daycare setting or anywhere where they don't have immediate control over their child. So yes, it's heartbreaking.
Chief, I'm sorry if I missed this. Was this a stabbing? What was the weapon involved here?
At this time, we are still trying to determine the weapons involved. We'll release that at a later date.
Anything about the nature of the injuries?
No, at this point, I can't tell you.
How were police notified about this, and what sort of response did you guys have right away?
Our response was due to a parent of one of the daycare children who had arrived to drop off their children.
Did they witness it?
I believe so.
What are the ages of the range of the children there and the deceased?
They were all very, very young children. I don't have their ages at this point.
Under 5?
It was somewhere around that age or less.
Do we know if there was any no contact, domestic restraining order, anything like that involved in this couple?
Again, we're trying to dive into the background here, but initially our goal was to get here to protect the scene as quick as possible with multiple agencies. That's why I had a very large response. And at that point, the goal is just to preserve the scene and make sure that everyone was safe. Render aid as quick as possible.
Sorry, are the kids all back to their parents now?
Yes, all the children have been reunified with their parents, and that's why this took so long to come out here and tell me this.
Can you just tell me again your reaction? I mean, you hit on it a little bit that this really is a nightmare situation for a parent. You drop your kid off at daycare, and then you find out this happened.
Yeah, there's no worse scenario than this, where you drop off your child to somewhere you think is safe, and you get that phone call. I think we can all relate who have children and those who don't, that this is just a tragic situation anywhere in the world, let alone here in Hopkins. And again, this is a rarity, and we will continue to investigate it as thorough and transparent as possible.
Chief, 2 questions here. Maybe too early. Do we know, did the perpetrator take his own life?
Preliminarily, we believe that to be the case.
Okay. And how are your officers holding up too? This is, not just for the community. This is going to be traumatic for them as well.
The initial officers on scene, this was a tragic situation for them as well, and I could see on the look on their faces that
why there was
one of those ones that you'll remember throughout your entire career.
Unaliving at a home daycare in Minnesota.
Do you have any expectations about when you'll have other updates, and will it be happening here at the scene or someplace else?
I was hoping to do one at 4:00 today at City Hall. I also have Mayor Hanlon from the city here present with us today, and we'll put out more information as we gather the intelligence from the scene.
Incredible. Eating again. Unbelievable. What a host. What a host.
I do not have that information.
I don't know what he did in my glass.
Shoot, or was he stabbed?
At this point in time, I can't tell you that information. We'll be able to tell you later this afternoon, but there's 3 deceased individuals in the house, all believed to be related.
Did the husband live at the house at the time?
I don't have that information.
Thank you, Chief.
Now, so was the wife not killed?
Thanks, Chief. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
I think she was.
Because the thing says child and suspect dead in home. So I've been out, so I don't.
No. Well, it was at first it was said that she and the child were deceased.
Yeah.
And then he took his own. You're right. Now they're saying just the person who came in there to unalive the little girl and
Him is
himself.
dead. So the wife is alive then?
Well, I don't know. There was an ambulance there. They said that showed up.
Yeah. Well,
So-
I think they have to, don't they?
Well,
To pronounce.
it just depends because they called the CSI out there.
Yeah. Crime
Right.
scene, yeah.
Yeah, so they're out there doing their thing. So yeah,
Okay. Well,
Not
look
sure.
underneath though.
Okay.
Hold on.
No, I see it. Child and suspect unalived in a home daycare incident. She might still be alive then.
Then that would mean the other 84-year-old is
Was that-
inside the house.
Yes.
Because they said there's 3 deceased in the home. And there wouldn't have been a second crime scene.
I'm not sure if there's. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not really clear to me. It's clear that he's saying there's only the child and the suspect that are unalive. So I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. I really kind of a little confused.
Very.
Wait and see what Chris finds out.
And then there's the other parent with the child. Like, were they already in the house when he showed up after the pursuit, or did she go in after the fact? Like, why would they have let her go in if they were? I don't know. I got more questions than answers now.
Well, you're talking about the one that showed up there with their kid?
Yeah, they said that they're the ones that called
it in, right.
So
That is
they
correct.
must have already been there. It must have something must have already happened. And he shows back
Well,
up.
I think what he was saying was that they actually saw it. They also actually saw it happen. Like they see maybe the people that were unalive, and so they hurried up and called it in and got out and dodged. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You open the door and all of a sudden you're like, oh God, take off. You know, you get out of there, you make the call. Now you're just waiting for the cavalry to show up.
You talking about the people that found them?
Yeah, the people that called the cops.
Yeah, it was the parent dropping off one of the kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking it was.
It was. They said it earlier in the first
Okay.
report. But see, this is what child and suspect dead in home daycare incident. But underneath, live Hopkins daycare deaths, 3 dead at Minnesota daycare. So I'm not sure. But there is a 78-year-old lady. Did you watch that?
We've been watching.
Oh yeah, there's a 70. It's not the guy that you're seeing now. It's the other police chief that comes on after him.
Okay.
And they have a death that is related to this incident. When she's 78.
Okay, so I think I know what happened.
So it's her mother or her mother or somebody. And that's
not this guy?
No, because that's the old interview.
Okay.
There's an interview that was just on live.
All right, let me go back here and see.
Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Oops, can't do that. Oops.
So maybe the perpetrator, the suspect, the husband, does something to the wife and the child in the home with the kids there. He then leaves and goes to the location number 2. And in the meantime, the parent shows up, sees the scene, calls the cops, which creates the chase. And then he goes back to the house to finish the job.
All valued members
Possibly.
of the Hopkins community.
That might be backwards. I mean,
Or
you may-
backwards.
Yeah, I think he went to the other house first, maybe.
Is this
and
the other
then-
guy, the chief?
It's especially devastating. Our thoughts and prayers are with all those affected.
No.
What we know and we can tell you now
Leave it
is
there because he'll
this
come
morning
on
at
after.
approximately 9
Just leave it
a.m., the
there.
Hopkins Police Department, in
Yes, sir.
coordination with multiple other agencies, responded to a report of a stabbing at a residence operating as a home daycare in the 200 block of Tyler Avenue North in Hopkins. Upon arrival, officers located a deceased 41-year-old male with a self-inflicted gunshot wound and a deceased 41-year-old female and 7-year-old female victim with stab wounds. They were all members of the same family.
She said
6
74-year-old,
other
didn't he?
children at that time were present in the daycare.
Not yet.
I thought he
and they
just
were
said
all
that.
safely
He
evacuated.
said 41 and 41.
Okay.
Physically unharmed and swiftly reunited with their families. At this time, there are no outstanding suspects and no ongoing threat to the public. At this time, the medical examiner has not released the names of the victims involved. They need to wait for pending family notification, and we expect that information to be available in the coming days. Again, this remains an active investigation, and the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office Crime Lab is up there currently processing the scene. Again, I want to thank the many officers and agencies who responded and assisted on the scene to continue this investigation. As a part of the cooperation and communication between public safety departments, a link was made today to another tragedy down in Burnsville. Burnsville Police Chief Matt Smith will discuss that link in a moment. But before I turn it over, I just want to again express that our entire community is grieving the loss unnecessarily due to domestic violence. Hopkins is an extremely close-knit community, and we all mourn together. Please take care of your neighbors, families, and friends, and give your loved ones a hug when you go home tonight. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Burnsville Police Chief Matt Smith. I want to thank you for coming today and thank the public safety team from Hopkins for their cooperation, coordination, and communication with us over the past few hours.
This is the other person that was on a live,
We
guys.
believe tragedies in our two cities are linked, and I want to talk through the timeline in Burnsville. At approximately 12:23 p.m. today, Burnsville police were dispatched to a report of a stabbing in a home near Maple Island Road and Joplin Avenue. Upon arrival, officers found one deceased individual. We believe it is a close family relative of the suspect in Hopkins. The deceased was a female, age 78. The suspect, we believe, had been recently living in that residence in Burnsville. Based on work between our officers and investigators with the Hopkins Police Department, we believe this tragedy and the tragedy in Hopkins are linked. We do not believe there's an ongoing threat to the community. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the neighbors, friends, and family of those affected by this today. The medical examiner has not released the name of the victim pending family notification. We expect that information to be available in the coming days. This remains an active investigation. We join the Burnsville and Hopkins communities in mourning these losses of life. When tragedies like these happen, they affect entire communities. I ask that we focus on our care and concern for each other. Lean on your family, friends, and
Hello,
neighbors
Song. Welcome
over the
in.
coming days. I encourage residents to spend time acknowledging this loss and ensuring we care for each other. We will continue our investigation in coordination with the Hopkins Police Department. We now turn our care and concern for the community.
We'll take a few questions, and then I want to make sure the mayor has a few moments to speak. And so if you guys have questions of the chief.
At this time, we don't have a timeline of events between Burnsville and Hopkins. We don't
Welcome in,
have a
Diane. Welcome
timeline
in.
between Hopkins and Burnsville at this point in time. We will be investigating that timeline, specifically determine, the method and causation of death and the timeline specifically in the future here. But that takes some time to figure that all out. So I do not have that information. I know that's an active investigation down there, and they're going to have to determine that with the medical examiner. Yes, so it is their daughter, and it is a husband and wife. I don't know what their current living situation is. I don't know if he was still living there or not at the residence, but it was her father and her mother. And they're all family members who were victims of today's tragedy. So there were 6 other children present within the home when this incident occurred. Where they were specifically at the time of the assault by the suspect, I'm not sure of that. At this point, we need to confirm the identity. So it is a family relative, but we should have that information shortly. When the medical examiner can release the names and the birth dates, then we can obviously update that information. We have not had any police calls to that location or that daycare. I am not aware of this criminal history. I'll let Matt speak to that.
Yeah, that was a family member that called officers and reported the scene. That is what we've been told, yes. I'm not entirely sure where we got that information, but I know we were told that he was living there for at least a little bit of time. That seems to be the case, but again, we don't have a timeline yet.
No, there was no note left behind. The actual weapons that were recovered right now, it's still an active investigation, and we're going to let the medical examiner and the crime lab process that information. The actual weapons will be obviously shared in a future time. Yeah, it was an individual who was actually dropping off their children at the location to receive daycare services, who encountered the situation, who may have witnessed some of the altercation inside the residence at that time. They called us and notified us of the situation. I'm sorry, can you say that again? We didn't have any contact whatsoever with him. Us Hopkins and I don't believe Burnsville had any contact with the suspect in the last few hours prior to this. Correct.
Correct. And we are not aware of any prior calls to the address in Burnsville.
So there was no prior calls.
They witnessed the ongoings inside the residence at that time. So, yes, our witness clearly identified who the suspect was, who the perpetrator was, and that's why we can confirm that the suspect who is deceased is the one who victimized either his wife or ex-wife, I'm not sure again of the familial relationship, and his own daughter. No, the wife and child were located, I believe, in the basement area, and the suspect was located in the upper floor of the residence. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. So they were in the basement of the residence at that time. That is where they enter the daycare, is through the basement. That is where the witness had observed what was going on inside the residence.
That's not good.
What's that?
Well, that means that the kids witnessed it.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't like they were in a different room. It was right there in the basement.
Well, sure. I would highly recommend that individuals who are experiencing domestic violence call 911 immediately. Reach out to your friends or families or neighbors. Report those incidents. We need to intervene in those types of situations, so there could be a no contact order issued and other remedies to that. But if you know someone who is experiencing that, definitely call 911. Yes, it's a 41-year-old male, 41-year-old female, and 7-year-old female victim, and a 78-year-old female in Burnsville. Correct. I just don't know the specific locations of every child inside the residence and what they actually saw or not. We can make assumptions on that. But again, this is a tragic day and a horrific scene for little children to witness if they did witness this. And we just please try to respect the privacy of the families involved. I know some of them have already been contacted. I don't know how, but please respect the privacy with their children. They are grieving, and this is a tough day for them as well. I don't have that information.
I don't think I can answer that right now, as it's part of the active investigation.
Oh, the Nano's effect. Sorry, had to go there.
Yeah, honestly, we do not have a motive. We will continue to do our investigation. We'll work on forensics and things like that to hopefully determine, any sort of motive or a cause to this tragic incident.
Thank you. I want to bring up the Mayor of Hopkins, Mayor Patrick Hamlin.
Thank you all for coming out today. I want to reiterate some of the things that the police chief was saying, is that this is a tight-knit community. We don't have strangers in Hopkins. We all know each other. The ask for respect for the family and for the neighbors involved with this, I'd just like to echo that. This city has shed a lot of tears.
Hello, Manning.
Today,
Good to see you.
Over this incident, over this immense
Good
loss.
to see you.
It's tough to put into words what this loss is for our community. Losing a mother, losing a young child, and the children that potentially witnessed what they saw. It's also been a day I've been so grateful for all of the folks that have reached out. We've had the different police jurisdictions in any emergency, in any kind of crisis. It's amazing how the different jurisdictions that respond, St. Louis Park, all through Minnetonka, all through the West Metro. I just want to say a word of thanks on behalf of our city to all the different jurisdictions that responded today. To the 3 officers, a special thank you for those that
Glad to hear
responded
that,
first
Manning.
on
You're
the
doing
scene.
better.
We talk about folks putting themselves into harm's way, but to face situations like they did today, which is probably most of our worst nightmares, is to walk into that situation and have to deal with that in their professional and personal lives.
Not I, Barney.
So a
I haven't
special
seen
thank
her
you
at
to
all.
them.
I haven't seen full tone
I
at
want to
all.
say a special thank you to, there's already been mental health professionals that have reached out that want to help in any way that they can with our communities. The chaplains that have been working to assist in helping people understand the unfathomable that happened here today. Daycares who have reached out to the families who now don't have a place tomorrow for their kids to go, and said that we'll take those kids in for free. That's the kind of community that this is, that Hopkins is. And I'm, in moments like this, I'm so proud of that aspect, because you don't know what else to do but to focus on the good in these types of situations. So grateful for those folks that are offering to reach out and lend a hand any way that they can. So just thank you to everyone that's responded today. Like I said, there's no strangers in Hopkins, and when the time is right, we are planning a vigil to commemorate the lives of the folks that were lost. They were members of our community, and in Hopkins, they're members of our family. So thank you to everyone involved in this response. And that's all I have. Thank you. Yeah, I would just say when the time's right, right now there's an active police investigation, and they're still trying to figure out details. So folks have reached out, and I will be more than glad to give their names once more the details have been given out, and also as a way to respect the privacy of the families who might take up that service.
Welcome in. We investigate.
I'll just respond to that and say that to say what I said is that there's no strangers in Hopkins. Once more information is out, once the investigation is complete and names are out. I mean, I would say that, the probability of this happening, this is something that has never happened in our city before. I don't know if I can think of another daycare that this type of incident has happened. So I think it's something that as a parent myself, it puts a little worry in the back of your mind, and to check on the places that you're sending your kids. If you know of people that have mental health issues or potential mental health issues, I just talked to our folks in communications, is that we'll be posting some mental health resources on our social media, and to make sure that if people if you think people are in trouble, or if you're in trouble, if you're feeling not right, to reach out to
You got it, Marianne. Thank you for being here.
And get the help that
Please
you need.
hit the likes if you haven't, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
All right, that's it for the all right. Who is doing dishes? I know somebody earlier said they were doing dishes.
Not me. Oh. That's Mrs. Dee.
So where's Chris at? Dinner?
He's somewhere. Dr. Pepper. Yeah, another tragedy, unfortunately.
Everyone say hi, Mrs. Dee.
Hi, Mrs. Dee.
He said, hello.
Hello.
So it's just tragedy after tragedy after tragedy. Tragedy after tragedy after tragedy. You know? And once again, it's a lot. What bothers me the most is it's the innocent kids that have to either be the ones who are the victims or be the ones who are literally the victims by seeing what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't take that out of your mind. You can't take that out of your brain. Those kids I don't know how young they are, but I'm sure they will remember a lot of this without a doubt. He said, hello, Go ahead. I'm sorry, bud.
I thought that they had said that all the kids were 5 and under.
Okay.
But
Well,
not that that really matters.
But 5, I think 5 is old enough to remember these things. What do you guys think, chat? Is it, you think it? I mean, I think it is, right? Victoria, exactly. Carol, hello, Mrs. DD. Carol under a new name too, laughing out loud. I thought this was supposed to be being hosted by Chris. Didn't Chris say he was doing this one?
I thought so, yeah.
That's what I thought. Where you at, Chris?
He's probably doing dinner, if I have to guess.
Yeah, it's dinner. I'm just giving him a hard time.
Oh, I know. He should have brought his microphone with him.
Yeah, you can cook and talk in your microphone. No doubt about it. Well said, Carolina girl. This is how you do a press conference. Take notes, nanos.
Did you see all the crime scene tape?
No. What's that?
Did you see all the crime scene tape up?
Oh, I told you that whole neighborhood was crime scene. I mean, seriously though, you got to know that. I mean, that's like, I'm just saying, it's just like 101 law enforcement, man. You have to know as soon as you know there's a crime being committed like that, that's when everything comes out, not stay in the car. It doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, no nanos. I don't know, man. I don't know how he's still there. I'll be honest. I really don't. Barney, I clear recall my mom's unaliving at 4 years to see. Barney remembers, 4 years old.
Yep.
Hell, they were doing their jobs. Yeah. Menace. Chris is charbroiling a demonico. What the hell is a demonico?
That's a steak, though.
Oh, really? Why not just say steak?
Because it's a fancy steak.
Oh, why not just say a fancy steak? I'm pretty simple, man. Pretty simple. Gee, it doesn't make sense that he still has a job. I know. I get it. I don't understand how he still has his job. Oh, checked out. He said, I don't need this abuse.
Oh, yeah, he's gone. See you later.
Bye, Chris. Pam, I don't mind my husband cooking, but no one washes dishes. That's a fact. That's everywhere. That's everywhere. Well, I know Mrs. Didi not only washes all the stuff off of them before she puts it in the dishwasher. That's how our dishwasher survives.
Mm-hmm.
LOL, I don't know what. Demonico. Yeah, he said it was a fancy steak, said Doug. Fancy steak. We investigate, said hello, Victoria. Victoria says hello. Did Chris say goodbye? He just said hello. He says hello. She says goodbye.
I'm here.
He is here. April Demonico laughing out is a steak. Yeah, why not just say steak? I mean,
Because
Saucy's-
it's better than a steak. It's a Delmonico.
Saucy's
Right.
in the house. Hey,
With-
look. I'm a steak and potato guy. Okay.
Right. So you
So-
mention your steak.
You name steak. I don't care if it's a ribeye, if it's
No.
My favorite is a sirloin. I
Don't do
care
not
if
do
I'm just telling you.
not put
Telling you.
ribeye within any other steaks. Ribeye is in a place of its own.
Yeah,
Porterhouse,
a place of its
Porterhouse.
own with all the
I'm
fat
sorry.
on it. I can't stand it. I hate ribeye. That's the worst one I hate.
What?
It is.
You better go get help.
I'm just saying.
You better just go get help.
Sirloin is my favorite. It's like a poor man's delicacy.
Porterhouse, man, and then T-bone.
No, T-bone. No.
Yes,
Bottom of the line.
A good.
It all depends
sirloin
on.
is
It all
the best.
depends. No, it's
How
not.
cooks it? How who cooks it? Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. I agree.
And I can cook it like a mother.
I can't cook it that great, but my son can.
Oh man.
My son could cook steak like better than I ever could. And I used to cook it pretty good when I used to.
It's an art.
I don't know what it is, man. I just know that every one of my kids ate it all, and my wife ate it all.
Hell yeah.
Ate it all.
The key with a steak is you take the steak out of the package. And the whole thing about taking it out 30 minutes before to let it get to room temperature is an absolute lie. So don't do that.
Okay.
What you do is you take it out of the package, right out of the fridge. On both sides, you sprinkle a little bit of salt, and then you put it back in the fridge for 15 minutes. Excuse me. What that does is it sucks up all the moisture on the outside of the steak.
Okay.
You take it out, bam, put it in the pan. Don't touch it. Do not touch it until it's got a crispy, hard shell. Flip it. Don't touch it. Crispy, hard shell every time. Perfect.
Interesting.
See, I do it a little different.
Yes, you burn them.
No, I broil. And I use hot sauce as a binder for the seasoning.
Nope.
No,
No,
never
that's what.
put steak in a pan.
Oh God, that's the only way to cook a good steak, my buddy.
Nah,
No
broil.
No.
You ever taken a steak and put mustard on both sides and then cook it on the grill?
Do you know why?
I'm
It's a
asking
binder.
you.
That's
I'm
what the
asking you. Have you ever done
That's
that?
how.
Same
That's how I
thing.
cook my ribs.
Okay.
I
there you
smother it
go.
in mustard
Of course,
because
if I'm asking you, it's because I know why.
because it burns away and it doesn't leave a taste.
Yeah.
What do you think holds the seasonings on?
Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
true.
It's the binder.
Like I said, my son cooks an amazing steak. Look, I always have to have A1 with my steak. When my son cooked it one time for a graduation,
why eat it?
And then, because I like A1.
I used to like pie.
But my son brings out the steak and he says, "Here, Dad," and I take the first bite just to get the first bite to know what it tastes like. And oh my God, dude, I could not put anything on it. It was that damn good.
Yeah.
Kudos to him. No doubt.
That's because it wasn't smothered in A1.
I couldn't put A1. There was no reason to. It was so damn good. God, you guys are making me hungry. Texas Roadhouse, man.
Take the wife.
No, I just got to go DoorDash it. This is Barney. I also recall the officers that came to my call. My heart is still remembering the pain in their faces. So sorry to hear that, Barney. I remember you telling me about that. That's a tough spot to be in.
You can get porterhouse here in Massachusetts. I mean, there's even local butchers that I can go to if I can't
yeah,
get
come
to
on
the
down.
market. But
We
you
got
can
all
get
the porterhouse
anything
you want.
Anything you want.
Sounds
You
good.
buy a 30-pound prime rib if you want.
Oh my Lord.
Oh God, yeah. 200 and last what'd we do? Easter? We did the prime rib. It was like $32 a pound.
Yeah. So worth it though.
It was like
Wow.
$300.
Man, I'll stick with my sirloin.
Good
East
for you.
Coast steak. East Coast says Mannix. Hey, I'm so sorry, Barney. Melly, hit the like and subscribe, everybody. Hit that like. Let's get it. We're talking food right now. We're talking food.
Let's talk lobster.
Ooh,
I don't like
now you
lobster.
got me.
I see now. I'm really not liking it.
I don't like lobster.
We used to be good friends. Now
I'm in the West, man. Well, what lobster am I going to get? Red lobster?
no, you should lie and say, "Oh yeah, I love
Maybe
it."
I should go to Long John Silver's.
Jeez.
We don't have any more around here, but like one. They left.
They got to have something for the poor people, no doubt.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
We have those. Ooh,
We
Lord.
have one Long John Silver's left in a couple of towns away. That's it. The others are all gone.
Carol says ribeye is the best. I just can't stomach all that fat on the
Thank you.
ribeyes.
Well, see, you're not doing it right.
Okay, well, I may not be doing it right, but I just can't stand that.
No, you're not doing it right.
Okay, tell me what I need to do with the ribeye.
You need to cook the ribeye, like I said, but then before you eat it, trim away the outside fat. What are you getting now? Coffee, milk, ginger ale, Sprite. What is it?
It is fried chicken.
Fried
Mashed
chicken.
potatoes.
Oh, all right. That's nice. Unbelievable.
That's
Oh
good
yeah,
for
I
me.
love me some seafood.
Yeah, I don't mind shrimp if it comes from Long John Silver.
Mm. I like lobster so much I eat the tamale.
Are you all right? Devil Dog, are you okay? I
I'm
have
just-
to have shrimp, but from Long John Silver.
I say that because I'm not on the East Coast or the West Coast, so we don't have all that stuff over here, man.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Bummer. More for us.
I mean, damn, this chicken's good, guys.
It looked really good. Thank you, Mrs. Dog.
Mrs. Dog, they said it looks good, but it tastes even better.
I wouldn't know.
Everybody was talking about food. They made me hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Norma says, I'm not a steak fan. Oh, my Lord. I'd rather have barbecue chicken. I love chicken, but steak is like steak and baked potato and some rolls and a big glass of Coke. I'm good to go. Mel says, too fancy for me. I don't like steak unless it's sirloin. Yeah, that's the only one I eat is a sirloin. I mean, I'll eat the others if somebody else buys it. But sirloin, that's the only one I really care about. Yeah, I cannot do that fat. That is just gross. I know people who eat the fat and will say it tastes great. And I'm like, how? How is that possible?
That's where all the flavor is.
Yeah, see, there's another one. That's where all the flavor's at. My God, I can't even chew the sucker.
Oh, stop it.
I'm just being honest.
Even if you don't eat the fat, cooking the meat with the fat on it gives the steak meat more flavor. Even if you
Well, I believe that.
trim
But
the
you gotta
fat off.
remember, I'm getting old, so my teeth are like, I got to be careful.
What do you mean getting?
You need the fat. That's why they wrap filet with bacon, because it has no fat on it. So they put a piece of bacon around it for a little bit of fat.
What's a
Mannix
scallop
says,
without-
hey, Mannix says you can't get a porterhouse in the USA.
What?
Mannix said you can't get a porterhouse in the USA.
You can't? How many you want? We have lots of them over here.
Yep.
You know what's the best part of the chicken? I used to think it was
The thigh.
the breast. It's the thigh, man.
It's the thigh all
The
day.
thigh is the best part of the chicken.
Yep. Not the wings, not the breast. The thigh.
Yeah, see, I don't like the thigh. I don't like the fatty, greasy dark meat.
Oh, really? But you'll
No.
eat the fat on a ribeye. You eat that fat. That
I trim it. It's gone. See ya. I don't eat that. I trim it away.
Mm.
I am having.
Norma.
Jesus. Oh. Long John Silver's, your order's ready, sir.
I'll be picking it up here in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big Long John Silver fan. It's like the best fish is the square one from McDonald's. Mayonnaise.
And believe it or not, and this is what a lot of people don't realize is
Mhm.
that, obviously it's not good for you, McDonald's, obviously, but I don't
Nothing's
care.
good for you there.
Well, listen here.
Mhm.
If I'm going out with a large fry. I'm going. Sir, what's your last meal? Can I have 4 large fries from McDonald's, please? The chicken that McDonald's uses is Tyson,
Right.
and
Say that again.
the chicken that McDonald's uses is Tyson,
Oh, gotcha.
and the hamburger is good luck. And the fish, it's either haddock or cod, and it's from one of the big, like what Captain Jack's or whatever the hell it is, Captain Martin's or whatever it is, because when the company I used to work for, I was in them a lot, and you can see, the boxes in the freezer, and when they're bringing them in, it's all Tyson. People just think, oh my God, what am I eating? I mean, it's not the quality that,
Yeah.
it's kind of like hot dogs, the leftover ends.
Mm. I tell you what, though.
Yep, they are.
Those, yeah, they are. I agree. I eat those too. That's a poor man's meal,
I grew up on them.
dude. I grew up on bologna.
They can be. I don't care what the McDonald's French fries are made out of. They could be dirt, dumpster juice. It's still good. I'm all over it. I don't
agree,
care.
man.
I don't
I agree.
care. They make the best French fries ever. Don't care.
Pam says, I forgot either. My stomach agree with red meat. That would make sense. I don't either. My stomach agree with red meat. No steak for me. Barbecue chicken, 100%. Miss Barney, you have my sympathy. Says Matt.
Same here.
Carol,
Yeah.
yes, you can, man. X. You can get that big
Carol.
house.
Carol
I'm
Burton.
sorry, Carol.
You don't like a McDonald's French fry? Come on. I've never met anybody that doesn't like McDonald's French fries.
Same. I don't eat your fries.
What?
I don't eat McDonald's. I don't eat any fast food French fries. No, I don't like them.
Put him out. Get him out, dog. Get rid of him now.
No, I can understand.
Fire him. No.
They make my stomach hurt every time I eat them, so I choose to just. If I'm gonna eat, I'm just getting a burger, or chicken sandwich, or whatever the heck it is.
I mean, obviously, I've eaten their burgers, but I'm not a big fan of their burgers. I like Wendy's burgers better than McDonald's.
100%.
There you go. April says, all opinions welcome here. How do you like your steak if you eat a steak? I love it. Medium well.
No, medium well. You just ruined the steak.
No.
Medium rare.
Medium rare.
Medium rare.
Well.
With a cool pink
No.
inside.
Mm.
I don't want to hear about medium well. That just destroyed the steak. I'm so I don't even know. Unbelievable. I'm not sure I'll be here in the morning.
You know how long it took me to I used to eat everything well done.
Mm.
You know how long it took me to go to medium well?
A couple years ago. Well, my
Years ago.
grandmother, my mother, God rest her soul, she would cook everything medium, everything well.
Well done.
Yeah, like hamburgers would be like you could use them for hockey pucks. Like that's break a tooth. Oh, it was horrible. Oh, it was so horrible.
Medium rare is the only way, man.
Yeah, that's why you don't like the ribeye.
Why?
Because you don't cook a ribeye medium rare. That should be against the law.
Yeah,
like you should go to jail if you cook a medium, a medium well
I just
or
don't
well
like all
ribeye.
that red blood stuff. I don't like that.
No, you can get rid of that.
How? If you don't cook it, how do you get rid of it?
Medium rare. And like I said, you got so there's 3 different burn stages inside that steak. Obviously, the outer, the I forget what they call it. The inner is the center, is the middle, and then there's that between the outer and the inner.
Mm-hmm.
You want the outer and the inner to be that perfectly cool light pink. It's just enough to where it doesn't bleed anymore. You have singed the blood vessels that are left in the meat, so it doesn't bleed anymore. I mean, you have to be precise.
Well, yeah, well, I'm not precise, bro. I'm just
Well,
hungry.
that's your problem. Go fix it then. But I mean, if you cook a steak like 35, 40 seconds over, you ruined it. It's ruined. Ruined.
Absolutely.
We got to have a talk offline, though.
Hey,
we
Elle
gotta.
said she eats ground turkey.
So don't I.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ground turkey. We do. What does my wife do with the ground turkey with rice and some?
What do you mean? What does your wife do? You said you do all the cooking.
Yeah, no, she makes this thing with the ground turkey with fire roasted tomatoes.
Oh,
and
got you.
Some rice. Yeah, it's so good. So good. And I'm not a great soup cooker.
Mhm.
She is a tremendous soup cooker. Oh, God. I just ate and I'm hungry again. Damn.
Barney says, thank you, Elle. Someone is okay, though. I have had a recent setback about it, but I'm breezing through it. No worries talking about what happened. I got you, Barney. No worries. Glad you were able to talk about that. No doubt. Mayonnaise, we can't find porterhouse in Minnesota unless you buy the cow.
That's
And you know what? Don't tell Chris that because he'll go buy the cow.
My buddy has one.
I've done it.
A cow?
Yeah, because you can get enough meat out of that, out of a normal full-size grown cow for a year, depending on the size of your family.
Right.
I mean, Doug, did you buy a whole cow or just pieces?
I bought a half a cow.
Half a cow. How long did that last you?
Yeah, it's like 150 pounds of meat for $350, and it lasted probably a year.
Yeah, see?
Eating it once a week.
Yep. Now, my buddy and his brother, they went into a cow farm and they each bought a calf.
Okay.
And then they went to another farm and they paid them to raise the cow.
Oh, I see.
And I was like, I don't know. He said it was like $150, $200 a month for feed and all that stuff. And then once the cow is of age, then he went, got the cow, took it to the butcher guy, and they cut them all up. And then you go back and you pick up all the meat. And I mean, he had, I don't even know. He had 40 ribeyes. And
My mom bought a cow once.
Yeah.
And she had that old Montgomery Ward freezer, that big freezer.
Mhm. Yeah, you need to have a freezer though.
She
A big one.
she bought a cow, and I'm not kidding you, man. We ate so much steak at the beginning that she had to put a lock on that damn freezer because that cow was like in 30 I would say 3 months.
Dude,
3
you had
months.
19 people, not
I
including
know,
your parents.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, all we had was blade steaks or the
Chuck roast.
yeah, that kind of stuff.
Here's the thing. People think like flank and chuck roasts and all that stuff. That's good stuff if you cook it right. If you don't cook it right, it's disgusting. Not disgusting, but it's tough. It's, but if you cook every piece of that cow, even the worst cuts, if you cook them right, you can make them taste good. No doubt.
You can.
I mean,
Well, all I know is that cow didn't last us jack. And I think back then when she bought this was back in the, I think, very early 80s. And it wasn't that expensive. back
No,
then.
not back then.
And I remember, man, at nighttime, you know, we were the family that if you didn't eat when they made something, you just got a bologna
didn't eat.
sandwich or something, you know.
Yep.
And that's how it was. You
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
want you were out there playing with your friends. You're getting a bologna sandwich or get whatever the hell you want to make.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
was me.
and we were going in there and looking for the sirloins and all this different stuff. But then all of a sudden there came a day when there was nothing there but chuck roasts and blade steaks, steak blades, or whatever the hell they're called.
Yep.
Shoulder blades or whatever the hell they're called. And,
Yeah, they have shoulder blades.
it was just horrible.
Take
you
them
gotta cook it,
undercuts
right?
and grind them and make your ground
Hamburg.
beef out of it. Make
Yep.
some hamburger. That's what I do with it.
Well, yeah, that's what.
Or
That's what,
stew it, or
Yep.
I just don't eat the undercuts as like flank steaks, as like a strip steak. You know what I mean?
yep.
Do
You
something
like flank
different.
steak?
Oh, I love flank steak.
No, I
too.
just mean like the cut, like actually taking the steak and the cut, putting it in a pan
Yeah.
and cooking it and eating it like that. You add it to something else.
Yep.
And
No,
usually chop it into smaller pieces.
Yeah, well, that's what my buddy did. He had, all the special steaks, obviously, and then he had them grind up, some ground meat, and then he had them cut up some stew meat, and it was,
Yeah,
it was stuff.
exactly.
Victoria said, I don't eat steak like I like chicken and hamburger. Carol said, April, medium rare.
And that's just cow. I like venison, and I like buffalo, and I like there's all different kinds of meats out there. I love them all. Buffalo's got to be the best, though. If no one's ever tried it, it's a must try.
I've never tried it.
Oh my god, it is so good.
Carolina girl says, ribeye, medium rare for me. And then Barney says, I absolutely love steak with just a salt shaker. There you go. That's definitely sounds tasty to me. Blue Eyes. Hi, Chad. Welcome in, Blue Eyes. Good to have you. We're just talking food right now. We got distracted with everybody talking about food that everybody was eating. So then Dog got his food.
It was the Delmonico that did it.
Yeah, the Delmonico, which is just a steak. That's all it is. Just a steak.
Just a steak.
It's just a steak, man. It's just a steak. Just a steak. Pam says, hey, Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes. Melly. Hey, Blue Eyes. Norma, hello. Marianne, I love it too. April, Barney, so sorry. Totally understand. Victoria, hey, Blue Eyes. Love the salmon patties. You know, if the salmon is smoked just right, salmon is actually really damn good. First time I ever ate salmon was, believe it or not, first time I ever ate salmon was when I was in Desert Storm. A kid's dad, one of the Marines' dad, sent him a bunch of little. He went out and got a lot of salmon, not bought it, caught it, and he had him like smoke it and put it in little cans.
Mm-hmm.
And he sent it to his son, a bunch of cans, and his son said, "Hey, you want to try one?" I'm like, "Oh God, man!" He hooked it up on a little fire, got it going. My God, that salmon was unreal.
I don't like salmon.
I love salmon.
Oh.
There's a lot of different kinds of salmon too, though. Most people are talking
Oh,
about the North Atlantic salmon is what you get at the grocery store. But there's coho salmon and king salmon and Chinook and.
Hey, I don't know nothing about all that.
I don't like.
I like fly fishing for the salmon.
Interesting.
I do like trout though. Rainbow trout, baby.
Hey, trout is good. I've had trout. I've caught trout, but nothing's better than the crappie for me. That crappie is good. You got to catch so much of it, but my God, it's amazing.
You know what I have never had is the catfish.
Oh man,
I had catfish before. I'm not a big fan of it at all. So,
I've never even tasted it. I don't even know what it tastes like. Catfish?
It's about the bottom of the barrel. It's just above the carp.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just about the carp.
When I used to fish down there's a river right close here, and the Charles River, it's huge for carp. And because I would go bass fishing down there, and Jesus Christ, man, the people fishing for carp with oatmeal balls.
Oatmeal balls?
Oh yeah, oatmeal. They love oatmeal.
We make our own. We make our own boilies and poplars and stuff for carp.
Yep.
Wow.
Not my thing. But I caught, and because this is what a lot of people know about the Charles River. So the Charles River runs down to Boston, down by the Science Museum where it meets the ocean at the locks. And every year the herring run. So the herring come up, and then the stripers, they wait at the locks. And they
What are stripers? What are stripers? What are they like? Walleye?
Bass.
Saltwater.
Bass? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, they're huge.
They're saltwater bass or
But they're
freshwater.
saltwater,
bass.
yeah.
They're
But
in the
they
bigger
come
lakes
in.
and the oceans.
Yep. They come in to the river, and they come down river or down or up river, really. And they come down to Watertown, which is a town near us. And there's a what's that called? A waterfall, but it's like a lock system type thing. And so they all sit right there at the bottom of that and watch the herring come over and just scoop them up.
Wow.
And we used to go out there at night and just throw it in, reel it in, and you would always snag one. But again, that's against the law, so you can't snag them. But hey,
No.
I'm fishing for bass. I can't help it that he got in the way of my reel. Sorry, dude. And because they would come down and sit there because what the guys were there for really is the herring. They would come down because there was thousands of herrings stuck at the waterfall just sitting there. And those guys would collect them and put them in their trucks. They had the back of their trucks. They had 4 55-gallon drums full.
Really?
And they would dump them in there because they would take those and they would either go night fishing for stripers in the ocean or the next day. And then they put a fishing wildlife guy down at the thing because they would take in all the herring.
So the herring's not a good fish to eat.
It's bait fish.
No, it's the bait.
gotcha.
Yeah, they're probably selling it. You
Oh,
sell the
gosh.
herring to the fishermen for the striper, for people
Gotcha.
fishing for the striper.
They like thousands of herring were going, and they come down. What was it? It was once a summer. Well, before or at the end. I think it's at the end for next season, but they dump, these huge. I don't know if you ever seen the trucks that carry the fish. It's like this huge fish tank from the fisheries, and they dump thousands and thousands of herring into the water. So they recoup, you know what I mean? They keep going because there's a lot that go missing every year. But yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy times, man. Crazy.
We have the walleye fish run out here.
Yeah.
It's probably the biggest in the country out here. And
Yeah.
people come from all over the freaking globe, and not globe, but all over the United States. And my God, man, that walleye, I see why. It's good. Walleye is
good.
amazing.
And they're a good fight too. They're a good fight.
Oh,
on the line.
they are a good fight.
Don't let him bite you.
They
Don't get
are
your
a
finger
good
caught in him.
fight. Where's that one? Let me see if I got it.
Ohio is one of the best salmon runs in the whole country.
Oh yeah, I know about the
Yeah.
walleye run. I do know that.
Have you ever had flounder? So good.
Flounder's
No, I
good.
can't say I have.
So good.
I'm going to show you guys something here.
They're the flat ones with both their
So-
eyes on the same side of their body.
Yeah. And they swim on the bottom. They're a
Yep.
bottom fish. They're like a bottom feeder, like a cod, but they're in the ocean. But so good.
So I'm going to show you one of Dog's big catches if I still have it.
I can see him right now. Google images. Yeah, that looks right. Here we go. This is what I got.
So this was my crappie. I was so excited. It was like I knew I was going to eat good.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
That's when I just somebody got me to go fishing.
Yep.
That was one of my first catches where I was catching a lot of crappie left and right. I wasn't doing anything, just throwing the damn thing in there, and it was
Sometimes
I was using worms, not even
Yeah.
minnows.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
sometimes I've been fishing and you go for 4 hours and you catch, 20 fish, and then the next day you
Look at
go
this
back
bad
and
boy,
5 hours of nothing.
catfish.
Oh yeah.
That was
Heck
one.
yeah.
That's one there that I caught, and man, that was the biggest one until I caught this other one.
Is that a blue cat? What kind of cat is it?
Honestly, I can't tell you what kind. The person I was with at the time told me what it was. It was like a 20. This one was a.
Channel cat, probably.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. I think this one was actually a. That can't be right. It says 17 pounds. It got to be bigger than that. Here, let me show you this other one. I want to show you this other one real quick.
Oh, I'm looking.
Oh my Lord! Look at this bad boy, dude. Okay, this was a 31-inch long, 11 pounds, 7.4. See that one? Can you see it? Or
Heck
not?
yeah, I see it.
Yeah, that was bad to the bone, bro. Well, I was so excited when I caught this one. I was like, man, I didn't know what to do. It was so big, and I'm like, and then my buddy was like, pull it in. I'm like, I don't know. I can only use the reel. I had a ugly stick.
Yeah.
The ugly sticks, and I'm like, he's like, pull it in. I'm like, I don't know what to do, man. I'm like, this is like my first big catch, But hey, I fell in love with fishing. That's what got me into fishing, literally. Then I got this one. Is it here? I had two. I caught two of my biggest ones in the same area. And there's one there, and then I had one with the green sweatshirt, Marine Corps sweatshirt on. And I don't know where it's at, dude. I hope I didn't delete it. God, man, it was pretty freaky when I caught it because I was like, I didn't know what to do, man. I was shocked. I mean, I didn't understand anything about fishing. I never had luck until I did that. But anyway, I can't find that other one. I can't find out. I had two of them that I caught that were huge. Same lake, just in different parts of the lake. And my God, man, I'm telling you, it was like, this was a good day for me. Look.
Heck yeah. Is that all crappie?
Yeah, that's actually that's crappie. Crappie. Yeah. Oh my God. That was one of my better days. But yeah, I had these moments, man, and I was just like, oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. But yeah. I never was a big fish eater until I started fishing, and then I started eating some of that crappie. Man, once I had the first taste of crappie, I was hooked. You just had to catch so much of it just to get a good meal for you and the family. Because when I would cook, I'd cook for everybody, and I wouldn't do anything special. I just used the Louisiana, shaker thing in the thing and the spicy and whatnot.
Yeah.
And my God, it was amazing. All right, let's see. Let's get back to the channel. We investigates. Hey, Blue Eyes, Melly, Blue Eyes. I just ate pork ribs, mac and cheese, beans, and potato salad. God, that sounds great. That sounds amazing. No seafood for Miss Barney. Yeah, I'm not a really big seafood other than like what I catch, fish. It had to be certain fish. Marianne says, I'm blaming Chris. Melly, hey, we. Carol, yummy. KFC is my weakness, says Melly. They used to be even better than they are now. Now, man, I mean, you're lucky if you get it hot. Sometimes you get it and it's all cold. The biscuits are cold. That's frustrating. Because they like pre-pack everything so that when you order it, it's like, okay, it's been sitting there forever,
What are we talking about?
Oh, KFC.
Oh God, Popeyes. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Popeyes is good.
Take it.
Popeyes
Oh, guys,
is
did you guys hear that Caroline Levitt is leaving? She's
Well,
stepping down.
It's about time. Not like
She
she was. I mean, just saying.
She wants
Let's
to
not-
spend more time with her kid.
Yeah, let's not talk politics.
No, I'm just saying she's leaving.
But no, I've been waiting for that to happen, because when you're in those type of positions, it's very difficult
I
to
couldn't
stay
really do
a long time. She's actually stayed longer than I ever even thought she
it.
would.
Me too. No
Because
doubt.
people they go over people left and right. It's just a lot of stress, man.
Well, yeah, and you're there. You have to be available 24/7. There's no days off for you. There's no,
Yeah, no. And you got to be committed to that. In
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, you just have to.
Not me, because I'd be like, listen, I got to go fishing.
But yeah, I thought I give her props though. She did last a lot longer than I ever thought she would.
I think she did.
She did a lot.
She did well.
She did. I didn't think she did bad.
She didn't take shit.
No,
she
she
gave
didn't.
it right back, man,
Yeah,
like with an
She
attitude.
did. She did.
See, I see that. That was incredible for her. Good for her.
Oh, blue crabs, my favorite. What's blue crabs?
So they have I think Maryland has them. They're blue. The shell is blue.
Uh-huh.
And I believe they even have, maybe it's not Maryland, maybe it's Virginia, something about soft shelled blue crab.
Never even heard of that.
You can eat the shell if you really want to.
Really?
Yeah, it's soft.
Wow.
It's soft. I just don't remember where it is.
Barney says steak fat is so good. Oh my God. I don't know how anybody eats any fat off steak. I just don't. You remember the chicken when you would get the wing and you would start getting, and you get that rubbery stuff? Remember that rubbery stuff from the chicken? Like think of the legs, when you start eating the leg and the chicken.
Yep.
Then you get that little, I don't know, it's like that rubby stuff,
Yep.
That's so gross, man. I knew people that would eat that and love it. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
God, like how do
I
you
didn't.
even digest it?
Hello. My buddy did.
God, that's got to be the
Tendons and
worst.
the ligaments and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
All
Like,
of it gone. See,
might as well go eat a bunch of worms or something. It's like,
Disgusting.
oh, gross. I'm allergic to selfishness, Melody Carroll, seafood boils. Now, I did, being that I worked out all over the country in the oil fields, a lot of people from Mississippi and Louisiana, and they would do the fish boils, and I'll tell you, or the seafood boils, and I tell you what, man, they did one out there when I was out on a rig. Oh my God! I mean, I couldn't eat the, what do you call that little shell looking thing? The with the beady eyes, you gotta crack it and then suck the juice.
Snail?
No.
Crawfish.
What is it?
Crawfish.
Crawfish. Oh my God! I tried it once because
a little lobster.
Oh my Lord, dude! There ain't no lobster in that thing. You had to look at the damn eyeballs and the little his little fucking tentacles and shit, and then you crack it open. Then you have to suck it out. And I thought I did that a
thought you
few
were
times.
eating fucking Larry from SpongeBob, the snail.
Oh,
dude.
my Lord.
Is that his name, Larry? Whatever the hell his name was.
Nelly says, if anybody wants to get rid of me, give me a shrimp. Not a big. I mean, I don't mind shrimp, but it's got to be fried, and it's got to be like shrimp that's kind of like in a it's got to be fried, and it's got to be like
In a batter, I know.
Yeah, in a batter. Thank you.
Raw.
So good for you. So good
What
for
about,
you.
what about scallops? You know where they come from?
Oh.
I have no idea, and I don't eat them. They sounded too
Yep.
much like yeah.
They're the best.
Where they come from?
They're kind of similar to clams. They're in a shell, so they're a mollusk. And the
Oh.
scallop comes out of the inside of the shell.
Yep.
Okay, so here's a good one for you. So we're out. It's everybody knows that when you're out there training to get your training out of the way, and getting some stuff done in working in the oil field, they actually send you to these certain places, and then they'll go and they'll wine you and dine you because money is no object, and they'll take it. We went to these steak houses, and they came out and they brought some scallops. I never even knew what a scallop was. So they bring out these scallops, and I'm like, they look like kind of like potatoes,
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell is that? and everybody's just chowing down. That steak was no issue because I had steak. But I looked at the
Surf and
scallops,
turf, baby.
Surf
and I
and
was
turf,
like,
baby.
"What is that, man?" So I started to try to eat it, and I'm like, "Oh God, like what
It's
the
the
hell?"
way you cook it too. So there's
This is
two
at
different.
a restaurant, $high restaurant.
There's two different, classic types of scallops. You have the sea scallops, which are the big ones, or you have the bay scallops, which are the small.
This was the
small
big ones. These were the big ones.
The big ones, they're so good.
Oh my Lord! And yeah, they would be great if they were potatoes, sliced potatoes.
No, they'd be great if they were scallops.
Little Clue says, "What's up, homies? Welcome in, PLC." Carol L. Oh no, Melly, I would hate that. I can't have gluten, but can't imagine seafood. Norma,
What one of my favorite things is?
Huh?
Oysters. Oh God, oysters, Rockefeller. Oh my God.
Oysters are just as bad as caviar, man. Really?
Oh God, I love oysters. Oh my God, I'd eat them all day.
Oh Lord.
God, it's like somebody sneezed into a clam.
Yeah, exactly. With all the snot and everything running in there.
Love
No
it. A little bit
doubt.
of hot sauce. Come on.
Oh no, hot sauce is only when you can't stomach something like camel.
No, the oysters
camel.
are. Well, I didn't eat camel. You
I
may have, but
and
I didn't.
I have, and you have to drown it with Tabasco, man, just to get
Oh,
it
yeah.
down.
So when you got into the military, did they still have chipped beef on toast?
No,
I'm
no,
just
but
picking on
no,
you.
no,
Age
no,
life.
no. But I tell you what, they did have that. I'm telling you, man, that camel was nasty, bro.
I'm sure it was.
You talk about, you know how I'm telling you about fat in it, like a steak. This thing was nothing but fat.
Yeah.
You might have found a few pieces of meat, and then they try to like cover it with mashed potatoes, almost like a beef. I don't know what you would call it, but a beef on gravy with on top of mashed potatoes and stuff. You know, stuff you used to eat at the schools.
Yeah.
That was the bomb. The ones at the school. But this stuff here, man, I tell you what, dude. And it wasn't always mashed potatoes. Sometimes it was just white rice. Oh my God, it was gross. Yeah, it was horrible, bro.
What
I
was
had
dinner?
it.
Camel.
Made by the cooks. The cooks. Go figure.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
They made that for you guys?
We ate that. Yes.
Fuck that, dude. I
Yes.
didn't.
No, you didn't know what it was. And when you're out there and you don't have hot meals, you only ate hot meals. Like if you're lucky, when you're out there, you only ate it once a day. And it's usually in the evening. Breakfast, you didn't have that. You had an MRE. Lunch, you had an MRE. And then dinner, you had a hot meal, as they would call it.
Now, can you have an MRE for dinner if you want?
You can eat anything you want.
So now, how did they restock you guys on MREs? Did you go pick them up somewhere?
No, they would have them on the 5 tons. Would go around.
Oh,
And they would take count on, hey, what you got left? Got this many. Boom, here's a couple cases. That'll keep you for a while. And then they go through all the tanks up the 5 ton, and they would just chuck them out there, man.
It's funny. I used to watch this guy on YouTube, the Russian guy, and he would order MREs from all kinds of years because they're still available. You can still get them.
Oh yeah.
And he would get them and then try them and show you how you make, how you take it out, put it in the cook bag.
Yeah.
And then it heats up and cooks it and stuff.
Many ways to make it.
Yeah. And he said that a lot of them actually had a lot of good flavor to them.
Oh, I tell you what, out there, I mean, you would take a pork patty or a beef patty, dehydrated. You would undehydrated, obviously, add the water, heat it up, put it in between 2 big ass crackers.
Yep.
You put out your ketchup. They give you a little ketchup stop packet. You put that on there, which really it's not really ketchup, but that's what they say it is.
Yeah.
You put it on there, and
It's tomato sauce is what it is.
it was gross, but you know what? Throw some Tabasco, and there's nothing you can't eat if you got Tabasco. That's why it's a hot commodity.
Well, that's because it burns all the taste buds.
Hey,
off your mouth
yeah.
first.
You're just like, hey, I'm just eating it.
And then does every MRE have a candy bar or some type of
No,
candy?
They do. Some of them do. Like some of them will have a Tootsie Roll. That's a big one. Some of them will have Charms. Remember the old Charms back in the day? Some of them will have that. The newer ones that came out did have some like M&Ms, like plain M&Ms. no
Mhm.
peanut, just plain.
Yeah, no.
And then what else? What else? What else? That's it. Then the Gorilla cookie, which is like an oatmeal cookie that it's like a big, thick of, looks like a piece of log or like a little piece of wood.
Yeah.
Call it a Gorilla cookie because, you know, it's what it is.
Now, when
And-
you were out there, like say you were out for a mission one day,
Right.
When you returned back, were you going to a base or were you guys just kind of out anywhere?
going back to a safe spot,
Right.
Like they had a designated spot. So when you would come back, you come back to your
Safe spot.
bivouac, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
And then you would just set up your tanks, and of course, everybody would have their tanks all with their guns boring out in case somebody comes in, and then you just and you just go. It's on. That's how it worked. But I tell you what, man, when I first came back, I bought back with me, like in my sea bag. I bought like, I'm going to say they tell you not to, but I bought back like 12, 13 MREs back, just of different kinds.
Yep.
And I bought them back, and I remember going to a camping with my brother. I told you guys about up in the Shenandoah Mountains.
Yeah.
And I had some of those with me.
Yeah.
Man, I gave one to my daughter, my oldest, and then I gave one to my brother and his 3 sons. My God, man, they ate it because I don't know, they probably felt like
they had to,
that they could eat it.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, my daughter did not like it for one bit, man. And I had for example, spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah.
I had like one that was like chicken a la king.
Yep.
I had another that was like pork patty, beef patty, just ham slices. Oh God, yeah.
God
There's
bless
stuff-
you all.
Oh, I loved it, man. It was.
But when
great.
you're out there, that's like, that's good stuff.
It's golden, man. As long as you got, when you're out there, man, I'm telling you, as long as you got, I don't know what it's like now in the new world, but back in the day, when you got ramen noodles,
Mm-hmm.
and you got, because you can put it in right, it fits right in your canteen, and you heat up your canteen. So if you got ramen noodles, and you got some crackers, and you got some hot sauce, you're golden. You're golden. That's it. That's all you need.
Yep.
You know, and many times, that's what we ate. I mean,
Hey,
yeah.
as long as it was good, though, you know what I mean?
Oh my God, bro! I'm telling you, I loved it.
But now, like my buddy got out of the Marines a couple of years ago,
right?
But he was saying, like, when they went out and did some type, now like the safe zones, they're like bases now, right? They got walls, but when you come back, there's everything that you need there. There's, what do they call the place to go get cigarettes and food?
Oh yeah.
PX, whatever.
Yeah,
it's called.
PX.
They have those on all those bases now, so you can go get whatever you want. It's different from when you guys were there and you were in.
Yeah.
You were in the mix. You know what I mean?
No doubt. When we would get back, when we go back, the PXs that we had in the rear were just a big tent.
Yep.
And then they had the stuff in there. So when you send somebody back to go back with let's say with the 5-ton to take a shower, and they go back, you'd always say like, "Hey, bring back this," and you'd have a list from everybody on your tank, right? We'd have a list, and they say, "Pick this up, and they come back with all this stuff that you asked for, and most of it is like either shaving stuff, or it was ramen noodles, the cheese spread in the can, and crackers. That was a must. Yeah, everything else, you got that, you're good, man. And Tabasco,
Now,
you're set.
Did you have to pay for all that stuff?
Oh yeah.
But not expensive prices, right?
Not really. I mean, it wasn't really expensive, but I guess it was just
Pain in the ass.
at that time. It was just
But it was.
what it was. I mean, we got like when we got out there, they set you up on what's called they pay you, like, let's say I want $100 a month. Okay.
Yeah.
Then they give you $100 out of the cash box. They give you $100 and they take it out of your check. Okay. So every month you could say, I want $200. Say whatever the hell you want, as long as it was your money. And so I like, for me, I would get $100 and then I would stash it. And anytime like somebody would go back to the rear, and that's where your 5'10" people, that's where they were the hookup people, because they always went back. Right?
Yeah.
They always had to go back, pick up mail. They had
Hey,
to pick
Jim,
up.
grab me this while you're there.
Yeah, absolutely. You always made friends with the people that could really feed you or get you what you needed. And that was cool, man. That was cool because they come back and, hey, I got this for you, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, okay, cool, But it wasn't like money was like
nothing.
It just wasn't nothing. It didn't matter. All we wanted to do was get everything over with and go home.
Yeah.
That's all we wanted to do, because we were supposed to, when we got there, we were supposed to be back. This was not supposed to take long, and we were supposed to be back by Thanksgiving, before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And then we went to Thanksgiving. Then it went to Christmas. And then now everybody was just like, you know what? Let's
We're
just
there.
get this shit over with.
So
Get it
30
over with.
years later, we're still hanging around.
Yeah, now
We're
it morphosized, right?
Yeah.
To all these other.
Were you in when Bush went for Thanksgiving? When he served?
I was there with Daddy Bush. Was there?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and he did
That's
great.
a long time ago. I mean, that's a long time ago.
Hey.
My God.
Hey, not that long, but it was long. But no, I loved it, man. I loved it. I thought it was I loved it. I didn't like it when I was there.
Well, no.
I didn't like it when I was there, obviously.
Yeah.
But I tell you a quick little story. When I was a kid, when I was younger, before I went to the Marine Corps, I would watch all these war movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had a lot of, 5 siblings or 4 siblings that were in the military. I was the 5th one. And I would always tell my sister, she was the second youngest in the family, I always say, man, I want to go to war and see what it's like. I want to know for myself. And she's like, oh, shut up, this, that, and the other. I'd watch every war movie there was. And I thought, no, I really would like to see what it's like. And then one day when I'm in the service and I'm stationed in Camp Pendleton, I'm like, we get the call, pack your shit, we're going. And it's like, oh, okay. Like, oh, wow, okay. And it doesn't really resonate until you're there. And then you're walking a post around the whole camp, right? Because this is like before it actually kicks off. And you're out there and you're doing fire watch around all the tanks. And, there's a couple people out at the time. And then you're asking the question, what the hell did I ask for this?
Yeah, right. That's
it's like that aha moment where you go,
here?
God, really? I wanted to do this? But I tell you what, that's why it wasn't just the fact that we were so great as far as the military was so great. It was the fact that people just wanted to go home, dude.
Yeah.
They wanted to go home and everybody always knows other countries, a lot of the other countries, especially in these type of areas in the Middle East, their honor, their death is their honor.
Yeah.
Right. Where us, it's like, oh, hell no, I'm not dying.
I just
want to live, I want to go home, So that also, I think, played a big, big part in what we did. And it was just interesting, man. It was a different, and guys before me, they had it much worse than I did.
Oh God.
Guys before me had it horribly worse. Vietnam, World War II, World War I, Korea, you
was
name
rough.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's always like that, right? Now that I'm sure they eat 3 meals a day, probably.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know. They probably have Wrigley's spearmint gum. I don't know.
They have everything. They can get whatever they want.
Yeah, so it's like, and then they got cell phones.
Yeah.
Right? So they can call. Hey, mom.
They got
hey, Dad.
sat phones. They
We
got
don't have that. We didn't have nothing. Dude.
No,
It was
they
like-
have the computer tent that has like 500 laptops. You can go in and you can FaceTime.
They want to make sure you're always focused and that you're not being worried about anything.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, now. Did you ever mix with any of the Allied forces? Did they keep you guys together or separated?
No, we always stayed separated. They would probably sometimes they were like different people from different like Army or Navy or that type of thing. But that's very rare because most of the time they're only there to like if they were going to set up showers in the back with these big ass balloons, right, that they fill with water, the Navy would run that. So the Navy would come,
Water.
Engineers would come, set it all up, and then you do the shower thing, right? So that's kind of what. But as far as like allies, and I did see allies, people that were our friends, like from oh God, England or Britain or whatever the fuck it was.
Yep.
I remember that when they literally, you would go back for R&R, and you were there for like anywhere from 3 to 5 days. I remember literally, like you would see them walking around, right, and they had the accent and they had all that, but honestly, you really never really associated with it.
Yeah, you just kind of did your own
just
thing.
like I just do my own shit. I just want to sleep in a cot. I want to sleep. I want to wake up. No, I'm going to be okay. Get the shower. Go eat.
Yeah, and I think when I read and heard that a lot of the allies were Air Force, we used their Air Force.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there was some Canadians that were there. There was a various little group there, but like I said, when you're out there, all that means nothing. It really does mean nothing. You just want to have that moment to do the things you used to do, like wake up and just take a shower, sleep in if you wanted to take a shower. Because when you're on R&R, no one's waking you up. You just wake up when you wake up. You go eat when you want to eat. And so that was a nice little thing, get away. But yeah, would I do it all over again? In a heartbeat. I do it all over again. I had no complaints other than when reality set in. I sure had the question, what the hell am I doing here? Maybe use different words, but what am I doing here? And yet I think everybody says that at one point or another in life. So I don't do McDonald's. Feels like I eat a rock after. Marianne. Hi, Bruce, my friend. Bruce. Davis is in the house. Hi, Millie. Yuck, McDonald's. I know I'm so far behind. Bruce. Hi, Carol. Cornbread. What's up, Cornbread? Marianne. Hey, the PLC. McDonald's. Hey, Marianne. Boy, yeah, I'm really behind. It's all good, man. This is sometimes you just got to talk about food, I guess, and other things. Because if not, you go crazy talking about the same old thing, Yes. Quick pop in to see folks. Thank you. You're very welcome. Who's stepping down, says Victoria Bridges. Yes, alligator gar. But turtle and frog legs. Oh, God. I know people say that turtle soup is great and that frog legs taste like chicken, but there ain't no way in hell I'd ever eat frog legs or turtle soup.
No way, turtle.
Not happening. I hear it's great, but I'm not having it.
You can have it all you want because I ain't having none.
No, I agree. No turtle for me. Agree.
No, thank you. And I eat something I guarantee you don't eat.
What?
Tripe.
No, I eat tripe in a menudo.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm shocked.
Menudo has tripe in it.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Danielson.
Oh, Danielson.
They say it's good when you have a hangover. I tried it a few times. I don't know if it really made any difference, but
the only thing that cures a hangover is just when you wake up that next morning, just have another shot.
That's what a lot of people say. I've heard that before, but
it doesn't make you drunk again. It just it kicks your body back into we still have alcohol. Never mind. And the headache goes away because you're not drunk though. It just gets that flowing again. So
yeah. I just never, like I said, I mean I've been hammered a lot of times, but my God. That
me too.
Yeah, I had that soju up there in Korea. And the soju, and that's like embalming fluid, man.
Yeah. What's the other one? Sake.
Oh, sake. I did out there with the Korean Marine. We were doing the Team Spirit 89, and that's when you get all these different, forces, and they're all doing these like what you would do in a war.
Yeah.
And I remember meeting some people that were Korean Marines, and I traded like my cami top and bottoms, and they gave me like their cami tops, bottoms, and they gave me their belt, which had a little shark on it. Their military belt. I mean, honestly, where it's at, I have no clue, but I can tell you that they're pretty good. I mean, they're good. I mean, they're not Marines, obviously. They just call themselves the Rock Marines.
Yeah.
But it's just the idea it's interesting when you meet other people from different cultures, because you learn a lot from them. Yes, you do. Oh, butter bread and spaghetti sandwich.
Yum.
I'm just like, just have butter bread with spaghetti. I can't handle that mushiness. Too damn mushy.
No butter bread and spaghetti. Are you all right?
Hey, I don't mind bread and butter and spaghetti.
I love bread and butter.
And I've never been a spaghetti fan until I married my wife, and then they ate spaghetti a lot, and
She
it was like,
transformed you.
yeah, I didn't have a choice.
Spaghetti.
I tell you what, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. April just came out left field with this one now. Where's April? Said, April, now I have had that. It's good indeed. Interesting with the spaghetti. I'm going to have to do these sandwiches on separate days. I can't have all this carbs in one day. I can't have those carbs, period, like that. I mean, not on bread and spaghetti. I mean, I'll eat it separately, but not together.
Nice. But hey, listen, I got to jump off. I got to head to work.
You got it, man. You got it. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you.
Oh, yeah. All
we
right.
will be back tomorrow at 9. Semper Fi,
Tomorrow night?
brother.
Tomorrow night?
Semper Fi, yeah.
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow
9.
morning. You done scared me.
No.
All right, y'all. See you
I gotta
guys.
sleep too. God bless.
Be
Semper
good.
Fi, brother.
Semper
Be
Fi.
safe.
God bless.
Be safe. See you, Doug.
So yeah, that was a good thing about it, Melly asked DD drop link. Okay, drop link. Drop link.
Someone's trying to get hold of me.
It must be somebody calling you, telling you to drop link. There you go, Bruce. Jen, watch for Ghost Chris. Have a good night, Chris. Yeah, sometimes you just got to mix it up a little bit, talk about different things, man, because, it can get very redundant, but, it is what it is. Hey, we have a good time just having a conversation with everybody. Chris, thanks. Fun stream after we got past the sad, right?
Yeah.
That is a fact.
Yeah.
That is a fact. Welcome in, Bruce. Welcome in.
Hey, Double Dog. What's up, Doug?
How's it going, Bruce?
I am heartbroken. I don't have any
Pretty
more
good, man.
gluten-free bread. So just go ahead and eat white bread. There's nothing better than white bread.
I had a chicken. I think it's provolone that I got yesterday. I got it, but person I got it for didn't want to have it for some reason. I don't know why, but whatever. So I never really used to eat unless it was pizza or something. I never ate chicken of any kind for breakfast in the morning ever until I spent almost, it's been almost 2 years over in the Philippines. I'm telling you, my wife wakes up and eats bread or some kind of sweet bread with cheese in it. And I'm just sitting here thinking what the hell, Double Dog? What's going on here? What the hell are we eating sweet bread and cheese? And I try it and I love it.
Oh my God, I love it. I mean, I'm like I said before, man. I'm a meat and potato with bread, man. Bread is like I gotta have bread every time I eat something. I'm surprised I didn't eat no bread with this.
What are they
chicken.
bringing?
I mean, nothing for dinner.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because normally I would tell my wife, hey, give me 4 slices of bread with butter, or give me just 4 slices of bread. I gotta eat bread with everything, but that's how I grew up, right?
Right. No, I thought me too. Yeah, bologna, bread, hot dog.
you can't always have tortillas. Because, you know, there's a lot of
Right.
you know things it takes a while to make. So there was times when people got older and they just said, no, we're not having tortillas, we're having bread. You want bread? There it is. Bread became the big hot commodity, and back then, for 49 cents you get a loaf. Hell, 27 cents you get a loaf. So yeah, love bread, man. And I like it with something, not just by itself. Although I have ate just pieces of bread by itself, just because wanted to put something in my gut.
Yeah, I mean that's that. I mean, I grew up poor too, so I mean, it's like I get it. Like if it was just toast and butter or whatever, that's just what it was. Or
toast is great. Toast is great.
It was great,
I mean, yeah, no doubt. Could be L. I got going around out there. AI. What's this? Any could be AI. Could be AI. A lot going around out there. Interesting. Night, Norma. Good night. Have a good one, Norma. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, good night to you, Norma.
Oh no, my stomach don't tolerate gluten or dairy. I eat the hell out of cereal. That's for sure.
So and it's weird because you would think like. Now I know Devil Dog's being in the military and stuff. He's been all over the world and stuff. But you would think, okay, well, Philippines and America is somewhat similar in most ways. A good 95% of the ways that's what it is. But when you see somebody like a kid, do you not think a kid likes cereal and milk? Of course they do. But here's the thing. They only have box milk unless you go into into the like mainland big city and stuff like that.
Right.
You're not going to find the California milk that we would drink here in America. I don't find it. So what I started doing is I said, well, what the hell? I'll just start drinking some low-fat milk. I get it cold. I've never drank low-fat milk in my life until I went over there. And I'll tell you, I eat it with my cereal all the time, and I drink it. I never would have drank milk unless it was 2%.
Right.
But
At a minimum.
I got to change my habits too, only a little bit. I have to tweak things. So it doesn't matter if I like it or not. If I want to be here, I have to drink this. I can drink
You gotta
cow milk.
adapt to the where you live, man. You gotta adapt to
And that's you're right. Devil Dog, I never thought I'd be eating chicken in the morning for breakfast, and all of a sudden now I'm eating freaking chicken in the morning for breakfast.
Hey, don't feel bad, because I tell you what, I look, if my wife cooked it in the morning, I'd eat it. If she cooked it at night, I'd eat it. For me, everybody's like breakfast. I'll eat breakfast, lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I love chicken.
And there's times
Chicken's
when I'll
one of
just
my
have
favorites.
pancakes in a glass of milk. I mean,
Oh,
the
yeah.
idea is that there's we get into this thing where this is what's for the morning times. This is what for the afternoon. Let me tell you, you eat whatever you have, and you'll eat it whenever you have the opportunity.
And you know what? That's a great point right there. You're going to eat what you have. And when you grow up poor, it's what you have. It's not what you want.
Right. That's exactly right. Barney says, dog, this community has become like family, sitting at a dinner table or campfire. We amuse each other, but keep it clean. Absolutely. I mean, like I said, guys, we all have the similar things in life that, we all mourn when you see people, innocent people, becoming unalive. We all deal with those thoughts of people being, older people being kidnapped, like in this case, Nancy. We all have those things, when there's a pew-pewing at a school, we all have the same feeling. We just live in different places. That's all it is. We live in different places, but we all have some type, not everybody, but most people have similarities, a lot of similarities, Melly likes, I love waffles with, and I think she's going to say chicken. I like waffle sandwich. I never even heard of waffles with chicken until that came out a few years ago. And I thought, what the hell? And then someone said, you got to try it. It's great. And I'm like, I never tried it. Still haven't tried it. I will someday. I will. Carol, oops, I meant Bruce.
Pancake and egg and bacon or sausage sandwiches either. But, like it's just something. Look, it's no different than the bread.
Right. Yeah, no doubt. I agree, April. Sometimes, hey, it's like the more you see, the more you read, the more you talk about certain things. Sometimes you do have to take a step back. And that's why, some people, they become on edge and they get a little grouchy or gripey or whatever. Just take a step back. Take a step back, because a lot of this, after a while, that's all you regurgitate. That's all you ever talk about. That's all you ever hear. After a while,
But I'll tell you one thing is the people love hot dogs and hamburgers more than we do over there. It's really crazy. Now my wife doesn't like she's not, when we go to McDonald's, that woman won't buy a cheeseburger. She won't buy nothing. She don't want nothing to do with it. It's got to be her way at home. What she buys.
Right.
But that's her. Hey, look, she gets chicken. Chicken is the number one thing over there. So when I go there for breakfast. I don't go for their burgers really anymore because a lot of times she'll explain it to them how I want. I don't eat the vegetables on it. I just want my meat and bread, with my ketchup and that's just how I want it.
Yeah.
But that's just how I like it. But everybody's different, but they love hot dogs, man. Like it's no tomorrow, man. They grill hot dogs just like we do. They fry hot dogs, man. They boil hot dogs.
It's probably because it's one of the cheapest things to have. You know what I mean? A lot of these countries, they just, especially like in the military, you go to these countries, they're not like rich countries we go to. They're always poor countries. So So when you're at these countries, it's not like you're eating in a fine dine thing. You're just eating whatever the hell they have. They're poor, and they love. Yeah, I could see why they would love hot dogs and hamburgers. Hot dogs especially because it's cheap.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It fills you up, man. And to them, it's like a delicacy. To us, it's like bottom of the barrel. But hey, it just shows you the difference of the perception of the people that are eating that type of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I can buy the all beef 100% hot dogs and stuff like that, But now, if you want to try to be like, hey, do you want to try this stuff like that? They're like, no, man, we want our chicken hot dogs with cheese in them. We want and I'm like, okay, you're missing out. And they're like, nope, you're missing out.
No, that's very true. That's very true. Annie, it was Mark the Sharks live from last night. He went out there in the dark. He showed the sheet and the tarp. I was watching him. What was he showing, Oleg? What was he showing? Can anybody fill me in? Being Italian.
So somebody was saying that Jim, the guy that's on what's his name, Exploring Jim or something?
Exploring with Jim.
He found some like I guess it was what they say Nancy was wearing, like pajamas or something, right?
Like a nightgown or something, or pajamas.
A nightgown. So he found something like a nightgown or something in the wash back behind her place.
Behind her place?
I think it was behind her place. Oleg,
Interesting.
wasn't it behind her place where Mark was talking about, right?
Yes. That's
it was in the wash. Yeah, in the wash area.
Wow.
So, look, I don't know, but that stuff was right there, and to me, on my screen, even with my bad eyes, it looked like it was either blood or something was on it, and I could be wrong on this. I'm just saying it looked like it to me when Mark was flashing down his flashlight from a little distance. It looked like blood to me, and if it's not blood, then it sure is something that's an awful red color like blood.
Wow. Sometimes when you think it's what it is, that's exactly what it is. I'm serious. You just got to go with that because honestly, it could be some Kool-Aid. But who the hell's gonna have Kool-Aid out here? Oh, it could be his. No, dude. If you see it red and you think it's blood, you know what? It's probably blood. That's how I look at things. Oleg ate tarp in his sheet, stank terrible. Annie, that was before he was near Annie's house. Interesting. And that's even interesting, being at Annie's house. Yeah, that would be something. I may have to go watch that. And it's all over by, and it was over by A&T. Did he call it in? That's a good point, Al. I don't know, but I'm going to watch it. I have issues with hot dogs too. Melly says it gives me acid reflux. I like eating hot dogs anytime, especially when when we just don't want to cook. I'll just let me cook a couple of hot dogs or a couple of brats, jalapeno brats and whatnot. And that's it. We'll eat that. I'm full. I'm happy. We're good. Well, I hope he called it in without a doubt. Miss Barney, blood, where? Something on some type of pajamas behind in the wash behind either, I'm not sure, but either behind Annie's house or behind Nancy's house. One of their houses. They found something. Oleg on the sheet, Barney. Man, we've been at it a long time, guys. Whew. It's been a good live. Guys, let me break away because I have to take care of some other stuff.
All right.
So next time you want to come on, Bruce, just tell me. You gotta remind me, and I'll put you right on. No big deal. We'll be on tomorrow at 9:00. Everybody, go ahead.
Sounds good, guys. Thanks for letting me on. Man.
You're welcome.
Later, dog. Later, Devil Pup. Semper Fi, dog. I'll see you
You
tomorrow.
got it, my friend. Semper Fi.
Semper Fi.
All right, everybody. Hey, sometimes that's what we do, man. We just have a good conversation. Doesn't have to be always about something totally negative. But hey, there's just information that we're waiting for, and you all know that. Don't need me to tell you that. And but I really enjoy it. I enjoy the camaraderie. The camaraderie means a lot, and just the idea of being able to communicate with other people and hear your all's thoughts and opinions and whatnot. That's awesome. I think it's awesome. Oleg, Barney, watch Mark the Shark live from last night. I definitely will. I will watch that for sure, Oleg. Mrs. DD, can I have waffles and cream tomorrow? They want waffles and cream, Mrs. DD. Look, guys, I don't even get waffles. I get pancakes, but not waffles. Yeah, we're not really a waffle people, although we do eat waffles. We're not really like waffle. We're more like pancake. We are family here. Yes, we are, April. We are definitely a family here. Class dismissed, says Barney. All right, everybody. See you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. God bless you all. Have a great night. Appreciate everything you guys do for the channel and for each other. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Remember, it's all common sense, everybody. Everything in life, if you think about it, is common sense. Everything in life. Simplify, everybody.